ultimate episode of the podcast for the season, most likely. We'll probably do one more after the season concludes, but we'll kind of get our thoughts out on the games that have happened, which have been a lot because we haven't done one in a while. And we'll predict and we'll go from there. I guess we could start with Diamond Tier bracket and kind of see what's happened over there and get our thoughts there.
Interesting bracket so far.
Yeah, Diamond Tier has been a little bit interesting for sure. I think both brackets have been like solid for like upsets and stuff like that. I'll get into my thoughts on the Masters Tier one, which I have a little bit more heated thoughts once we get there. But so I believe the games that we haven't covered would have been anything from round 2 and on, if I'm not mistaken, which I think is correct.
I think so.
Drop the Guns BGSU. I'm not gonna lie, my thoughts are sleeper, like I always do whenever I know a game is a sleeper, so I don't think much happened there. I didn't personally go look at it or anything, but from my point of view, not a whole lot happened. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts and opinions on that.
I think I heard
Not really a Diamond Tier lurker. Will not lie.
Got any info, Nax, on Drop the Guns?
From like what I saw, it was like there were a couple fights that were like pretty close, but the maps weren't close. From what I saw in my POV, you know what I mean?
No, that makes sense.
But I mean, like, not to say that BGSU didn't play well. I think they played well, but yeah, I think like there could have been a couple chances for them, but
Lijiang was a 2-0, Midtown was a 3-2, Servos was a 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah, they had footing. It just wasn't enough on the maps.
Yeah. Wasn't enough. Sadly, not being enough doesn't cut it.
That's a lot of team storylines. Wasn't enough.
That's true. That's every team storyline actually when you lose, if you think about it.
Yeah, every team except for one team in the season.
Exactly, it just wasn't enough. I've been in that wasn't enough spot a lot, and that sucks. I've also been on the opposite end of it though, and that's fun. All right. I guess if anybody else has anything else to say, otherwise we could just move to the next game, which sadly is also somehow a 3-0. Wait, was that actually 3-0?
It was a forfeit.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I was so confused when I saw 3-0, and then I remembered. Yeah, it was a forfeit. I forgot, and it was funny because Taco joined like a minute after the forfeit window, right, or something like that.
I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes after, but like I think at this point, Zebras
it was already like extended,
they had already
right?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And said like if it reaches 20 minutes, we have to go because we just can't. Knowing how that's gonna go. Last time they went to 5 before that.
No, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
So really,
all right. Well,
I mean, they're getting the rematch right now.
That's true. They are.
And
on CGL.
They schedule better.
On CGL 1, if you want to go watch that, go watch that. But I recommend
make sure you have us on a different tab.
You can hear me yell.
Yeah,
exactly.
I guess the next actual game was VP and Cuddle in losers bracket, and I was there. It was bad. That's all I have to say. It just wasn't good.
Wait, you coach Cuddle still?
From very rare time to time, whenever I was available. And since my one team was done, it made me more available to try to be there. So yes, I attempted to coach Cuddle. Nice. If I was there more frequently, obviously it would have helped, but I couldn't be there enough. So it is what it is.
There's only one tool.
Wait a minute.
Cuddle might have been struggling a little more this season than they had in the past. What's different? Do we know?
Geo and Sky are gone. That's what different. You lose your two best players. You kind of get worse. Sadly, that's just how it is. Okay. No offense to anybody else. It was quite clear that those were their two best players every season before this. So it's like when you lose those two guys, it kind of makes it tough to win.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Anytime your team has changed in like a fairly drastic capacity, especially if you lose good players, that's gonna make it just difficult.
Exactly, especially when one of them is like one of your tanks that you play a lot. So.
Right.
And not to be that guy, but Zybris is up 2-1 on VP right now.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Go Reinhardt, because I know.
Way to be that guy. Come on.
Look, guys,
We
all
could
I'm
have
gonna-
got there eventually, Nax. Fucking spoiler.
Dude, I couldn't help myself. This shit was right in front of my face.
This is why you're not invited here
Both
no more.
CGL teams headed to championship. What?
Rigged!
To be honest,
Rigged!
Yeah, something ain't
To be honest,
right.
it is kind of wild though that somehow we've accidentally created the most successful org this season. Neither team screwing it all.
Accidentally. You see how he said that real slow, guys? You see how he said that real slow?
Look, all I'm gonna say, you compare what things were like the last 2 seasons compared to what it was now, and oh my dear lord, is it different.
Oh, trust me, I'm a ball knower because we played you guys. The old Fallen played you guys in a Masters tier last season, and it was a little rough.
Yeah, we split the
So,
team
for-
into a diamond team and a masters team. It was a lot.
Much better decision from you guys on that
that
one.
was a great decision.
Yeah, to be fair, it's something we wanted to do for a very long time, but it was one of those situations where there wasn't enough of the lower ranked players in our group to commit to having a lower ranked team. So because of that, they had to play up with us.
That's fair. And
That-
that's
that-
always tough.
Yeah, that and also at the same time, when they had enough to commit on their end, then we had to fill in a few gaps in our stuff as well. And what's it called? It just happened to turn around the time where my 2 previous Kinetics teammates and Husky and Dan started getting back into Overwatch playing again. Because Dan had been playing on and off for a little bit, like recently after taking a little break, but Husky hadn't been playing super much Overwatch in like the last year or two. He'd just been playing other stuff, but the big new Overwatch update, and then you're kind of really lit the motivation back on them again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's completely fair.
All right.
Overwatch is good sometimes, but not all
All
the
right,
time.
back to Diamond.
Sorry, Diamond tier. Very important tier. An
Yes.
actual interesting game. EIG beats BGSU 3-2. GG's. Goodbye, Mr. Joker. I'm sad that you're gone, but I'll never forget you. I don't know if he'll come back next season, but RIP, Mr. Joker. If anybody knows, they're a knower. I know Nax is a knower.
Was this a
I
game
know
that was
that guy.
expected to be this close? Do we know?
I mean, I
Right.
guess with how BGSU is playing, yeah, because I think they've been playing better and EIG has looked a lot weaker. So, from my understanding, it should have been close. So that makes sense that it was a 3-2.
Okay.
Joker's the Junkrat Reaper player, I think, right?
He was. Now he
Mhm.
plays tank for them, Cloud.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I know, right? I was like shocked when I saw that the other day too. I was like, oh, he plays tank now.
That's impressive.
From Reaper to tank. Listen, there's a pipeline there.
There
I
is a
promise.
pipeline.
There's a pipeline. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say in detail because like I said, I don't really watch a lot of the Diamond games. So sadly, I don't know who popped off or who did what, but clearly EIG found a way to win.
Yeah, I had a little more of the clutch factor, perhaps.
A little bit more. They got a little bit more ice in their veins.
Yeah, unfortunately,
as
the
they
clutch
would say.
factor only lasted one more game because I got hit by VP 3-1.
Yeah, we could go ahead and transition to there. VP and EIG. VP puts the beat down on EIG 3-1. A little bit closer of a series. If I had to be a betting man, my guess is that Bandit popped off. When Bandit pops off for VP, they do really well.
I think I remember
That
hearing
I
some
do know.
things from some of the EIG people. Sorry, it's kind of saying I don't know. It's kind of like one of those days where people weren't really communicating. There's disconnects between each other, and I mean sometimes that just happens. Sometimes it is one of those days.
No, 100%. It can be one of those days. I've had plenty of teams I've been a part of that have had those days. Sometimes you just don't got it.
Sometimes you start a series and someone instantly tilts. You're like, oh, it's gonna be one of these games.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I'm ready for that conversation, but yeah, we'll get there.
Look,
But I guess
anybody
then-
got anything to add on the VP situation? Or
Mm-mm.
the 3-1?
The only thing I can really remember was that Taco telling me that there's a 33% chance that they're gonna cost something in my Diamond 2 chat, but that isn't really relevant.
Interesting.
Okay.
I guess we have to drop the guns versus zebras one then, which I
Drop the guns, yeah.
I understand it was very close.
No. From my understandings, because I talked to Ray a little bit, is that they they kind of just like had their number on a lot of things, and then Kings Row they kind of like knew what Zebras was gonna play, and they just were able to counter it almost off rip. So it just kind of like that map specifically, they were able to shut that down pretty fast, which surprisingly, it's been against a hero that they're known to struggle against. If you're a nowhere
Oh.
on that, you're a nowhere on that. They
I have some
finally learned
background
how to
here.
beat their demons, so which is Reinhardt, and
We
they win.
we warmed them up for that particular matchup, and we looked at Zebras's like previous couple of games and copied their team comps in the warm up. And so it was interesting. It was an interesting scrim. So I think Drop the Guns had a little bit of an advantage there, just having that specific warm up versus that comp.
That definitely can always help. Any extra additions to the chat? I know it's kind of a 3-0, so it's kind of a snooze fest, but
No
Anything like that.
additions to be added.
that's fair. Cloud?
I'm gonna say Zebras
Nope,
can also be
okay.
like very much a vibe team too. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, things don't start off well, or like if just like someone's mood isn't really in a good mood, like again, it's a vibe team. They're not scrimming as much, so like the moods can swing things even more.
No, that's
Um,
completely fair.
and like Zebras is a team that, like, you know, across the season that's kind of been sometimes their biggest struggle has been their mentals in games. So like if they're having a good time, they're usually performing really well, but like it can very easily swing on that team to not having as much fun, which then like the team performance just collapses.
That makes sense.
That's
That also goes with a lot of teams too. If you're really feeling it and everyone's in a great mood, you
Oh,
just
it can be a
fly.
massive
Mhm.
amplifier.
Yeah.
I agree. But I think that's why like we've seen so much like swing in Zebra's performance throughout the season. Is like, you know, you'll have one game where they'll get blown out of the water by a team they really shouldn't lose to, and it's why. But then like they'll have another game where they'll take like a top one or two team to like map 5 and then just lose. But like that's, I think that's one of the reasons why no team like picked them in the, like, you know, the opponent picking thing. They were default given to last one because despite having like one of almost last seeds to make it in, they were a team that could like, people were like, it's this guy, you don't know what Zebra's getting in the day, and you don't want to be suddenly upset by something like that.
That's fair. Completely fair. And then I guess we can quickly go into the future of the bracket, which is currently actually happening. We are in the future. What's the score line you said next?
2-1 for
2-1
T1
for
Zybris.
who? Cybris? Okay.
Yeah.
So Cybris is currently up 2-1. Hashtag going on CGL1. So to be honest, with what Headrammer said, it seems like it might be a good day for them. Listen, I know Reinhardt comps are like the most meta thing in the world, but I do know VP does play a lot of dive comps, like a lot of Winston, and they'll force it on a lot of maps where you wouldn't necessarily see a lot of Winston. So for my expertise as a Ryan player, for those that don't know, I love Reinhardt. He's my goat. You low key kind of just win that trade if you're on a map where Winston doesn't really do much. Like if you're on a good map for Winston, Winston farms Ryan comp. But if you're on a bad map for Winston, Ryan low key slams. So it's just kind of like it'll probably be a 5-map series based off of that info. I feel like if I had to guess, I feel like I'll give it to VP. I'll give the slight edge to VP in 5, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Anybody else? Some thoughts there or
Five
predictions?
Zybris.
Yeah,
You
I
got
think the biggest
Zybris?
thing realistically would be like, you know, how are the vibes going into like a potential map 5 if it goes to map 5? Because like, you know, it's a completely different thing if, you know, you're the team that's up 2-0 and you start getting reverse swept versus the team that was down 0-2 and then starts reverse sweeping. You know, you're kind of on your feet
That's
right there.
completely
So if it
fair.
goes to map 5, it's gonna be like, you know, has their mentals collapsed or not? If the mentals collapse, I think it's just over and Zebras will lose. But if like they're not mentally collapsed, I think it has a decent chance of going Zebras' way.
That's completely fair. I could see that. That's always fair. I mean, I don't know.
I've been
Max missed anything?
yeah. I've been watching the game just like periodically throughout the podcast. And a little before that, the first two Zybris won because they were running Monkey on Lijiang. Not to be rude. It's kind of exactly on point what you said, Tool, about if they're gonna force Monkey, they're gonna lose. But Baxter's
Yep.
in. I know he's a little not exactly ticked off. I know he wanted to do something else. Pretty sure he's got some studying to do. And now they're kind of like dominating right now. They got 4.5 minutes on Kings Row. and they're just like legitimately playing to kill Hunter. And I feel bad, but it makes sense. He was doing
That's
a
how
lot.
you beat tanks. You kill the
True.
tank, you win the game. That's just how it is. All of us tank players in this chat, we understand. If we die, we usually not good thing. So
Yeah.
no good. Nax, thoughts on the current going on series?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope it goes, honestly, I think it's good either way with these teams. I think it's a cool if Zybris wins, like I'm kind of stoked because then they're gonna have momentum coming into grand finals, Um, and I hope they change up their stuff a little bit. If VP win, then it's gonna be a cool matchup. Obviously, it's going to a map 5. If VP, take King's Row, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know Zyber
Mhm.
I think
before,
realistically,
so it wouldn't surprise me to happen again.
I think honestly, I think VP takes it on paper in my mind, but I don't know.
What the? Sorry to cut you off. Soldier just killed himself. Sorry.
In game.
In
In
game,
yeah, in game. In Overwatch,
in game.
he died to a Helix rocket. To clarify.
But yeah, I mean, so definitely feel like that's kind of a toss up. And like, if I'm being honest, if we look forward to even farther here in grand finals, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I see a world where I see either teams beating Drop the Guns in grand finals. Like,
I think it's possible, but you need to really get them off that game, and that's kind of hard because they are a really good team.
yeah, I
Mhm.
just think Drop the Guns has like what they want to do, and they have it down pretty well. I mean they've showed that they could play against VP. They've showed that they could play against Cybers. They've done well against both teams.
I think
Obviously you can throw it. You could have been practicing something random, something new, maybe a little comp called Cashin, play some Cashin, in grand finals. I don't know. I've heard that comp's pretty good. I wouldn't.
I think with Drop the Guns, realistically, like you need to somehow make them uncomfortable playing what they want to play because my understanding is from what I've seen them playing is they don't do very well with mid-game adaptations, like mid-map adaptations for things.
No.
I
Fair.
agree,
But
actually.
so if you find something, because like obviously they're a pretty well coached team, but they're pretty. I guess they're very like kind of like in their guardrails. Like if they've been coached to do a scenario, they'll be able to understand it, recognize it, and do it really well. But if something shows up they're not used to mid game, it seems like they struggle pretty hard to adapt and kind of just keep running it down mid. The exact same thing that's failing.
Yeah, and like that's kind of like they prepare specifically for matchups. So if you're gonna run into Drop the Guns and you're gonna run the same shit that you've been running this entire time, you're probably gonna have a hard time because they've prepared for you already. Whether it be an in-house or an external scrim, like they've figured out how to prepare for specific teams, and they've obviously demonstrated that. So it's like if you want to run against Drop the Guns, you want to win, you got to learn something new. So I hope that whoever faces Drop the Guns next can do that, and like keep their comps a secret somehow.
Like
But
Cat Bastion, you'll win. I promise.
I
If
mean,
you get good at
honestly,
Cat Bastion, just wins.
maybe you win on Cat Bastion versus Drop the Guns.
I think you win against Cat Bastion against anybody in both tiers combined if you're good at it. I promise. Just get good at it. Cloud, listen to me. Let End play Cat. I don't know if he plays Cat, but let End play
Last I
Cat.
saw End play Cat, he dropped a bash in the other team's backline alone and insta died.
That's what you don't do, though. That's not how you not play the comp. Okay, you have to learn how to play the comp.
We do have a really good cat comp, and we've practiced it a lot.
Thank God. I hope to see it. I'll be your number one fan if I see you pull out the Cat because my face at team plays Cat comps religiously.
That is sometimes a
So.
little bit of a hard thing to do in playoffs. Is that like suddenly start doing new things because the schedule's so condensed, especially if you drop a losers bracket. Like a lot of these teams aren't really even getting in too many scrims.
Yeah, that's I mean that's the toughest part about bracket scheduling is like you've got two maps two matches a week and then scrims around that. Like I know we fit in 3 scrims around the 2 matches, and it was just like it was a lot, you know?
It's a lot of Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Overwatch. Which, like, to be fair, most of us were doing that anyways, but
I just looked at our chat here. I see Lily saying, "Do not let him on cat."
He knows.
Yeah.
I think that means let him on cat.
I think it does,
That's what that
actually.
means.
The character does have
Reverse
some
psychology.
like a fun death animation. Just you see the cat just fall out of the sky.
That would be peak. I
So-
guess I don't know, like, does anybody anybody else have thoughts on like if grand finals were to happen soon, which
Mm,
it will.
I mean, I think
not really.
until proven otherwise, I think Drop the Guns is pretty heavily favored in any matchup
Yeah.
between the two. It's
That's
more on the
fair.
other teams to like come out and take them off their guard.
That's fair. I guess we can kind of transition here into if anybody has any players they'd like to highlight from Diamond Tier or just the playoff bracket in general, that would be cool. I guess I'll go first because I like to talk about them a lot. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna pivot though because I
Okay.
talk about Bandit all the time from Diamond Tier because there's a thing that goes around that I like DPS players and all I care about is DPS players, which is not true. If you ever are on my team, you know that's not true, okay? I don't just care about DPS players. I care about tank players the most, actually. And that's why I'm going to give credit to Ray, because I think Ray has done a great job. I was around their camp a little bit before they got their new coach, and Ray was kind of a chud. He had no hands. It's okay. He would tell you the same thing, and that's why I'm saying it right now. He had 0 hands. Okay, his hands were gone, not non-existent. Now I watch him play the game. He's got a little bit of hands. They're starting to grow. He also probably doesn't 90-degree angle turn to look at his screen anymore. I hope. I don't think he
yeah,
is.
he's a little bit more centered nowadays, actually.
That's good.
You mentioned.
So Ray has done a great job though for that team, and I think a lot of what they've done really well is centered around how he's playing the game on tank. So
Well, not
Hard
only
work
play
pays
but
off.
manage as well. Like
yeah, he's managing the game. Like he's being a good manage. Yeah.
he's done good for his team, and he's given them a lot of resources and developed a great like working relationship with those players. So like he should be proud of what he's built over there for sure.
I would agree. He's gotten a lot better. Like, he's played a lot of quick play, like in our stacks historically, and his difference between what he was then and what he is now is very noticeable.
Fair. Anybody else got a player they want to shout out? Could literally be
No.
anybody.
Nah, I'm okay.
Shout out to Soav for trying to wrangle all the zebras together to get availability and stuff between all of, the real life stuff plus all the streaming commitments they have across CGL, World Cup, Face It. It's like
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the streaming realm of Overwatch currently. So
yeah, we've already joked with our thing like if zebras make grand finals, we're in like a problem because then Shoes and zebras will be in grand finals, which is like half our production staff.
wait, is it gonna be playing on the same night too, then, or?
There's some talk that the Zebras one might happen on Saturday too, but so maybe they'll try to go for an extension thing to make it so it's split, but we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, if you guys just split it up like an hour and a half in between, you should be okay, I'd imagine. Or I guess probably 2 hours since
No,
it's
they're
grand.
first to 4s, so it's like kind of
Yeah.
We might have a
Yeah.
situation where there's 4 streams running on Saturday, depending what it is.
Holy.
Because like what's it called? There's the Masters one, if the Diamond one's on Saturday, and then one of the Latin America finals is also on Saturday, and we usually do. Obviously, there's a Portuguese stream, and we usually do an English localization for the grand finals as well. So
yeah, that's
assuming we get enough production staff, admittedly, because again, Hippie and I are 2 of our prod staffs. We have to rely on other people.
cool. I'm joking.
Fingers crossed.
That guy would never. Hope he would, but you never know.
Y'all are
Oh my
screwed.
god, there's the Nax picture now. I saw the Nax picture.
Yeah, Nax is just down there.
The
all right.
cat thing.
Any other Diamond players we want to highlight before we move on to Masters tier?
I'm okay.
Okay, I guess that is that's it for Diamond tier. I guess we can now transition to Masters tier. The tier that I have a lot of things to say, and I think a couple of our podcast members also have some words they want to say from the talks that were happening in our chat earlier. So Cloud's shaking his head and looks like he's locked in and ready to yap about what he wanted to say too. So we'll see. He's got a lot that he could say,
Let's bring up the
probably.
bracket then.
I know I do. Alrighty, so holy shit,
It's a big
a lot
one.
happened.
Whoa!
Yeah, let me make it just the winner's side. Let's start there first. That way,
Yeah,
it's a little
that
easier to
works.
read.
that works.
The
Yeah,
amount
you can't
of
even read it.
realm that I had
Oh,
is
that's wrong.
over.
Oh man, but yeah, honestly, I mean, where to start? I guess we could start on like winner's side. I always think that's like the easiest. You just go from there and just work your way. We could just do all of winners honestly first. So, alrighty, I'm gonna put this blanket statement out there for the whole bracket real quick before I even start on the thing because I want to get my rant out real quick. I have my little 2-minute rant that I'm gonna have. I am a firm believer that when you don't have your full team, you do not play as good as you can. I will always be a firm believer of that. Some people aren't. Some people are like, oh, but then that's on us to make sure our subs are ready. And I agree with that to a certain point. Okay. But I'll do an example from outside of my team first before I go into my teams because I'm not even mad what happened with my teams because Dire can hell you and your names being similar. Dire Triggers tried their best to help us, and I appreciate that. But so we'll go with UIE for example, because that's an easy example for me. Cloud was not there. I think you were the only one not there for your team against Aura, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Cloud was not there. They play Cloud 85% of the maps, I'd say. Probably 90. Probably closer to 90. But they play him for a majority of the maps. When you don't have one of your key components, it shows. They lost to Aura Fury. Aura Fury has been playing solid. I think it's a little bit of a scam because I got a little bit lucky.
Well, I will say nobody played really well.
No, I agree. No one's played great this bracket either.
No,
I
you
think
the player's name is nobody. The other tank.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to shit on nobody though, okay? I'm just saying that you're not going to play as good as you would with your tank that you always
Oh,
play with or
100%.
your people you always play with. For example, Shoes versus Blackout.
What do you mean?
Shoes in it.
Just normal power level right there.
Shut the fuck up. Don't even. I watched a man get drunk and go 3-15 on fucking Genji or whatever. You were not 100% power. And you still won. I give you credit. You found a way to win. I give you credit. I don't know how you did, but you did. Listen, these games are going to be a lot closer when things like that happen. My team had a series where they lagged. It was the first series of the playoffs. Sucks. We still almost won. We tried. Winners do win. We tried. Didn't win. And then we had our situation where we didn't have our flex DPS. And now you have to put the person, me, with the least amount of hands in the league. This is why I coach mainly, because I have all brain. By the way, I'm a free agent for next season as a player because I want to show off my skills on tank a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I coach because I have brain. I don't have hands. So now I'm forced to play flex DPS against the best tracer in the division in Deadeye, and yeah, that showed. So, but respect to them. They tried to get it scheduled. Also, we'll go with the Dire Triggers example. They lost to Aura Fury because they didn't have one of their players. And so Aura Fury won. I'm going to be honest with you. If we look at the bracket, Aura Fury kind of got a little bit fucking lucky. That's all I got to say. That's all I have to say. Listen, there's a lot of teams that got lucky. There's a lot of bullshit that happened, but that's my rant. I'm done ranting. We can go into the games now specifically, but I had a rant.
Good rant. Good rant. 10 out of 10.
So, which one
and then
here first?
Shoes and Cosmic, I mean, good lord. I mean, like I've been saying all season long, Group 2 was just better than Group 1. I'm sorry to say it. It's the truth. When the Group 2 teams... they're playing at their full potential. They're just light years better than the Group 1 teams. It's sad, but it's true. And that showed
Mhm.
there.
Was Cosmic 2 or 3?
They were
What's
a
up?
second seed, I believe, or third.
We were
They were
second.
third.
Okay.
Third or second.
We were
yeah,
second due to a
second.
tie.
Okay. So yeah, they were like top echelon of Group 1, and they absolutely got smacked by Shoes. It wasn't
Yeah,
close.
we did.
I
Oh, we did.
watched the series. That was as bad as it looks.
Oh yeah.
I guess Misty, you were in
Um,
that series. You want to talk about that one?
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the game.
You were there. You were there though, right?
I was there. I was the cheerleader.
Okay.
You know, I was like passing out towels and shit. But what can I really say? I was throwing out 2 hours beforehand, so we couldn't play our winging comp that we were preparing.
I forgot about that.
Yes. I have played without a crosshair, and that's the only thing I'm really known for.
What?
But I do play without a
Yeah.
crosshair and winging.
Guys on drugs.
What can I really remember about this game?
What did
I
you
know we
guys
were
struggle with? Did you feel like your team struggled with the most?
I think it's just like definitely just like our mental, man. We were like halfway giving up on Sarabasa. And that was the bat map where we were actually like doing pretty well.
I would say it was your best
We're not
performance
really
on the
well.
map.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big cosmic thing where in scrims if you lost like the first 2 maps, like we just lost every other one map because we were tilted. I'm not really a tilter, and I was getting tilted. It just like I don't know. Mental's such a big thing. And
Who typically helps you guys out of those kind of ruts? Or
definitely Conk. That's my go Conk.
okay.
I miss Conk. I haven't talked to him since the game. I really miss him. He was trying his hardest, man. He was trying his hardest. I feel so bad for him.
As we
But
all should. Everybody should try their hardest, man. Some days you just
Yeah.
don't got it, though, sadly. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
At least from talking to some of the Cosmic people, it sounded like you guys were planning more Malga stuff and like abandoned it pretty early on.
Yep.
Is that right?
We did it really well against UTD. We are like, frick it, let's do it. First map in, nope, we're out.
Why? Why?
No idea. I think it was because like we didn't have enough time on it.
That's
Like
fair.
we scrimmed it. Like
To clarify, you're saying this is why you abandoned it, or this is why it didn't work?
Yeah. I'm wondering
that's probably
you
why it
couldn't
didn't work. I don't remember why we abandoned it. To be honest, it was like 2 weeks
you talking
ago.
about your Mauga comp?
Yeah, our Malga on run comp.
From what I saw when we were looking over codes from you guys was like, that boy Pickle just got ISO'd and you guys couldn't follow up fast enough. Like I don't
Okay.
know if the team wasn't rotating or not, but
I might save my I'm gonna save my Cosmic rant for their losers game because I have a
Ah.
really big rant on
Ah.
Cosmic, but I'm
Ah.
gonna save it for the
Ah.
losers game.
Okay. I'm sad at that. We just got shit on.
You're
I
gonna
won't
be
lie.
very sad because it's gonna be pointed towards your role a little bit. Not you
it's me pointed towards-
specifically, but the role that you play for the team. So
Oh,
I
flex
guess you were
support?
kinda-
Okay.
I guess you were kind of right. He did get kind of isolated, at least in like that first map. I remember like we started on Night Market immediately, and somehow we insta killed Pickle and Malga, which is like
Yeah.
just
Oh,
happened
yeah.
on
I
Malga.
definitely noticed that.
I just don't think they set up correctly. Like I don't know about correctly, but like I think the team was hesitant to use the momentum that Mauga gives them. And from our perspective, like from Dive Trigger's perspective, we were like, all right, well, like they're just not going to play fast enough, so we're just going to play faster. Like that's how we looked at it when we were seeing this. Like they just didn't rotate into the kill box that Mauga would want to function in. From my
They
point of
didn't
view.
seem to know what Pickle wanted and where he wanted to go, and maybe that wasn't communicated effectively. But it's just there was too far of a distance. Either Pickle was too far away, or the rest of the team was too far back. That's what I noticed.
Yeah, for sure, like 100%. And I don't know what that's caused by. Like I just don't know if they're not like
hard to
Yeah,
tell
with
when
the
you're not in the
comms.
camp.
yeah.
Well,
I
I'm trying
can't
to
I can't
remember.
tell, but
I remember we had a really long talk about this. I'm trying to remember what. I think it was because like I think a few of us were outside. Like what's the word I'm looking for? One flow is out the door. If you catch my drift, like after the second game, definitely into lowers, where we just weren't having great scrim performances going into playoffs. We did really go well against UTD, but I know some of us were outside, like 1 foot out the door. It was really rough.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I don't think it's a good idea to push your scrim ceiling higher right when playoffs start. Last year, Death Blossoms, we stayed the same. We could have probably pushed another 300 to 400 SR, but I said no. We're staying at the same. We're gonna keep our egos high as fuck.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. It depends on the situation, right? You need to have a good mix. Like maybe you
depends on
start
the
high
team.
and then you
I
end
agree with that. It
lower.
depends on the team.
For
It really does.
It does depend
Yeah,
on
it
the
all
team. That's
depends.
fair.
Yeah.
Listen, that team has too big of egos. If I would have crushed their egos by pushing scrims higher and they would have lost a map or two in scrim that shouldn't have, it would have been a problem. I know that team.
In
It would have been a
playoffs, you need to
problem.
believe that you can win any matchup.
Exactly.
Even
That's
if
why
you're
I just kept
delusional,
it low.
you need
agree
to
with
believe
that.
it.
Exactly. You have to be delusional. I always said that. You are every player I ever coach, you're always the best player in the lobby. I don't give a fuck if Lip is on the other team. You're better than Lip. So
Confidence is so huge in this game. It's just like otherwise you're just not you're reacting instead of initiating, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's so big in
That's what I'm
setting the
trying to do when
pace.
I'm playing tank half the time. Is like, look, I want to go fast as fast as possible.
I want to
Like,
go.
Yeah, I
fast.
can
like
tell,
that.
Headrammer. I can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah, we don't
like, I'm
you
going
play the
to
game,
run
buddy.
the I mean, and that's,
I
Dude's
guess
just in there.
Head first.
dude, I mean,
he
Yeah,
had
head
Rams
first.
like his name.
Yeah,
if you can get
exactly.
away with it, it's like the most fun in the world too. So like, it's a
Yeah.
it's
Oh, it
beyond
is.
just the fact that like if you get away with it, it's like you're probably destroying the other team with it. It's also a lot of fun to get away with it too.
So
Oh,
do you
trust
call
me, I'll
that
blow away.
special move the shiny noggin shove? Is that like
Absolutely.
the special
Word
move?
for word, that's what I call it.
So,
How many energy does that cost? Can I ask?
It costs 2 mana.
man,
God damn.
and he only has about like
That's
100 per game. So if you get him
Yeah, it's
down,
actually just a
that's how you
limited
win.
that-
Alrighty, so after that lovely chat about Headhammer Shiny Noggin, we could go look at the Aura Fury UIE game. I already had my rants about it a little bit. That's kind of my thoughts on the game, low key. Was just like no Cloud, lost. They still almost won, which I give them credit. They still almost won. Obviously, I'll give Aura Fury a little bit of credit. Blink has done well in the playoff bracket with adjustments, so
There's Cloud
Like-
should be in this
if
game.
you notice, in my opinion, if you notice who is in playing, whenever they lose, Blink isn't there, and whenever they win, he's there. I
I agree. Blink is
comms-wise,
definitely
I
what
think
makes that
he
team
is in
goes.
yeah, definitely. But I don't think it was his like gameplay necessarily. I think his comms and then their Emre player going insane or whenever they played their
Atomic Duck,
Reaper
I think,
comms.
right?
It seemed-
Mhm.
yeah, Atomic Duck. Yeah.
So I guess actually never mind. I was gonna say Cloud would be in the game. Actually, you weren't in that game. I guess from your did you watch it at all, Cloud, from when they were doing it?
I was on an airplane. I actually landed 15 minutes after the game ended.
Okay.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know. Sad.
I mean, you could look at these map results here. I mean, some of these maps are really close.
It's
I
very
know
close.
Shibali was super close.
I think one of the biggest things was, like you said earlier, I play most of the maps in the scrims, and then we just really didn't have any time to play too many scrims with nobody beforehand. So then that really affected synergy wise.
Were you expected to be there originally?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's like best case scenario, you get like a full scrim in or two beforehand with nobody playing all the maps, but it's like at that point, it's still like far less time that you had prepared with Cloud being in versus nobody. So
I
Yeah.
guess it is also different too. Of like nobody's obviously a really good tank, but also just like Cloud and nobody's hero pools are also like slightly different. So I think the swaps
they're
different too.
like vastly different, low key. Like, I mean, in my opinion, at least. But
Yeah, because like obviously like both play the Ram. I know nobody plays Zarya. Obviously the Wrecking Ball. Not gonna stuff with that. But I know not as comfortable on the. I think he's more comfortable in D than he used to be, right, Cloud?
Yeah, definitely on everything.
Yeah, I mean, at least when I first started seeing him, it seemed like he was like only playing ball stuff. But I remember when he first started playing the Zarya there at one point, I'm like, oh shoot, he's actually pretty decent at this.
Yeah, Zarya is definitely decent.
any
I'm trying to
any other
think.
thoughts?
I
Yeah,
don't know. I thought sometimes the
Hmm.
bans of this map were a little weird back and forth too at times.
I didn't see the bans. I didn't pay close enough attention to look at bans.
I guess there was one thing where I was surprised a little bit at some points that like the Randover got banned, but then I was looking back at it and I was like, well, I guess also like nobody's doing pretty good in the hero, and it's like probably out of the heroes he plays, it's probably like his best one in the situation. Because like I thought Ascend was doing quite a lot at certain moments. Like the combination
And
of
has been doing a lot.
combination of Ascend on tank on the Ram with the Atomic Duck person on Hitscan.
Yeah, I think Ascend is like a top 4 tank for sure, and
they
that's one of the
drop
reasons
Atomic
why
Duck?
they're so successful.
I agree.
Didn't they drop Atomic Duck?
No, it's they swapped
No,
which
they
count.
switched out his name.
They swapped which count. The thing apparently
Oh, they switched out
it was like
his
all
count.
the conference main account thing, and so they linked the other one
Oh.
and swapped it over. So that's they're like I think they're Wicked in game now.
Atomic Duck is so much cooler though.
It is a cooler name, I would agree. Wicked is a movie, it's copyrighted. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else
Yeah,
to really say about the series? Obviously, it was like really close back and forth. It was both teams trying to, you know, out damage the other. I guess it felt very chaotic at some points in the series.
Yeah, I mean, just from like the score line itself, that kind of just breathes chaos, which some teams are really good in and some just don't have it sometimes. But obviously, that's where I think even in a series like this, that's where like not having your starter comes into play a lot too, where it's like you don't have that main guy. And I'm not sure how vocal Cloud is in games, but I'd imagine he's pretty vocal to a degree. So like not having somebody like Cloud around probably hurt a lot in a lot of those closer situations.
Like a stabilizing factor type thing.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty vocal. Pretty dang vocal.
I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
heard somebody say you were vocal. I'm sure Vert said that before, so I would be shocked if you weren't.
I've made
But-
Vert crash out a lot talking over him. he can
Sounds like
he can
something I
attest
would
to
do.
that.
Sounds like something I would do. I get it. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it for that series, and we could go over to the winners finals real quick, just to touch on it. Shoes versus Aura. Aura did like well, like the middle part of the series. Like I'd say the beginning of the series was close, and then Aura pulled off the map too, and then it felt like it kind of went to start go downhill from there. Like it felt like Shoes kind of like caught fire a little bit and just kind of started to roll the ball.
Yeah, it definitely did.
So,
Yeah, I mean map 2, I would argue like they played really well. I would argue we hard through map 2.
right.
Like we hard fumbled our first point defense, and we just got hard snowballed the entirety of like we got a little like off our foot kind of thing, and just got snowballed the entire way through to the end of the point kind of thing.
Yeah, and that new Bonnie is like one of those maps too that's super punishing if you just don't get a good hold on second. If you just let yourself get snowballed, because second point is like one of the like that whole map in general is so defensive heavy that if you fuck up your holds, you're just kind of on a back foot.
Yeah, so I think like what's it called? Like I think they capped with like 2 minutes left on the Bonnie or something like that or more. Like all 3 points of it. So like we hard fumbled that one, and we locked in a little bit more on the attack and fixed up a few things. So that's enough that we capped all 3 points on the Bonnie. But then it was just one of those situations where like, dude, they stalled just a little bit too long, so we had no time to reattack on the Bonnie.
Oh yeah, I saw
so
that.
it was like right at the end. So I was like, we kind of locked in a little more there, figured a few things out, and then when it came to Havana, what's it called? I think we started to figure out a little more what we need. There was certain sides we prefer to play, and it wasn't really always working in the situations we wanted to. So then we gotta just decided like, we're playing a little bit different than we're used to playing into. Let's kind of just try to match them more on their own game, and just kind of like, or likes to do the whole thing where they run like the double hit scanner or the double whatever. Yep. Like basically throw a billion damage at me on tank kind of situation and make me sad and almost like not even worry about the side fight half the time. And it was making it kind of difficult for me to play. So at one moment we're just like, we're just kind of better at them. Like, look at our DPS line compared to theirs, kind of thing. That we should win this matchup every time. Like, that was kind of going through it with the whole confidence thing in the games. Like, let's just kind of like mirror them in the kind of same situation, and then we started just overpowering them. Is what it felt like. It made my life 10 times easier.
Right.
Sucks that they were down a DPS player. Would have liked to see them at their full strength. I don't know. They were down a DPS player, I thought, weren't they?
I don't know.
I didn't know that. I was not aware of this.
Blink was on DPS.
I think Blink just plays DPS sometimes.
Oh, was that what it was? I only saw the last 2 maps, so
I'm not sure. I think he
I'll
just
be
plays
honest,
DPS.
I don't know what the full Aura Fury lineup is because I feel like each time I heard them play, they keep saying that they're down some people, so I don't know who their whole lineup is and who's like.
That's a fair
like,
point.
Who's considered to be the starters? I don't know.
Yeah, because afterwards, I think they said next time we'll have our DPS player in championship against you guys. They definitely were down a DPS player.
Oh, I was unaware.
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
exactly.
That could be another case of like, oh, you're down a person, that's why you lost. But no, it's tough to say. We'll find out, I guess.
Mhm.
That
Then-
the next game that we'll cover for the future of the bracket, we'll see if they have everybody. We'll see if that's not all they need.
I will say for Atlas, I don't know what they were doing Atlas.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think some people don't know how to play that game mode. Just Flashpoint and Push in general. I think people do not know how to play those two game modes still somehow, and it's beyond me.
I don't even think that was a game mode thing, to be honest. It was a comp thing.
Yeah, it was a comp thing. They were playing Mercy and Pocket
What?
Soldier.
Huh?
Weren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
they were
really
playing a
bad.
Pocket Soldier with a dive comp.
That sounds like something that we
Oh.
would have pulled out last season in grand finals for the fucks of it.
Weren't they? They were
Yeah.
playing Hog maybe, or I can't remember. They
I don't remember
switched.
exactly what tank they started out on. I think it actually might have been Hog or something like that. It was like Pocket Mercer, like
Yeah.
Hog or something like that is what it started out with. And like the moment, like we ran out on Amalga comp with like May, Cass.
That
The moment we
poor
saw that, we're
Roadhog.
like running this thing down and killing it.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
build
yeah.
Hog off
Deadeye
cooldown.
made a comp rants post about that.
Oh really?
It's crazy. Pocketing a
Fuck it.
soldier.
Deadeye. Fucking love Deadeye. Alright, we could go to losers bracket.
Yeah, let me change to loser. Oop, that's caps locks.
Alrighty. So in losers bracket,
Home sweet
Uh,
home.
Lord, oh Lord, this losers bracket is just a straight pure mess. We have a lot to cover, so we'll go relatively quickly. Round two. We have to start at round two. Yes, we have missed that much. Dire versus Fallen Vortex. GG's. Go next. I don't know. We didn't have
Yep.
Geo, which sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
We did play something that I knew we could play with me in on DPS for map 1, and it made the map very close.
Was this the Vendetta?
It felt no, we played Symmetra. I played
Oh,
Sim
okay.
because I'm very vocal and like I'm a lot of mental, so like Symmetra's like a really good hero for me to play, where I could kind of just lead the team in communication and just be like, we're gonna go here now, we're gonna look at this now,
Mhm.
and we were doing a good job at focusing Ramatra down a lot early on. So we caught them off guard. We won the first point, and then the other 2 points were like really close, I think. So that's probably our only chance to really like win a map. If we would have won a map, Geo would have gotten there by map 4 probably, but we didn't win a map, so
Did you just have like work or something?
that's yeah, he had work. It happens. It's all good. But yeah, the Dire Triggers tried to get it like the day extension with us as well too. We both tried to see if we could get that day extension, but
Yeah.
other teams didn't want to reach back out to us. Neither of us. So
I
Oh,
was,
yeah,
both
it is
attempted.
now, yeah.
Yeah, I was messaging Theory like during like second and third map, and I was like, dude, I hope you guys win this fucking map. I want Geo here.
Yeah, because both teams, because like there's like a little bit of storyline between us. We're all good at this point. It was just like a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. But we both wanted each other to be at full strength because that was the only real way that either of us winning was gonna really feel good.
It would have been a good
Like-
storyline too.
Yeah, because most of your players were on the sister team of Dire Triggers. What was the original name for that team?
Death. Are you talking about Death Blossoms?
Oh yeah, Death Blossom. So it was Death
Yeah.
Blossom and then Dire Triggers, and then
Yeah. So like, yep. And then so we separated ways and went our own ways. So I am no longer a part of Overmind. So which is all the Reaper themed teams. That's like their thing. But yeah. So yep. That's kind of what happened. There's not much to say about the game other than that, if I'm gonna be honest. We just didn't have Geo, and it kind of hurt. So,
yeah,
but good
definitely.
games to them.
Yep.
So Aura versus
Um,
Jade.
That
I
also looked
thought
like
that would have been closer.
I'm not surprised.
Actually-
Listen,
But-
I've been saying it. Group 1 sucks. It
It
just
Am I-
sucks.
It looks
It's
like Kings Row
okay.
Nevada were somewhat close.
Yeah, I don't know. When we played Asura, like it really wasn't. It was Asura. Like it like I don't know. They were
Yeah, in the
good, but
first
not
corner on
great.
Rialto.
They just didn't have the edge.
Am I allowed to talk about this game though? I do know a few things.
Yeah. Go for
Okay.
it.
Of course.
One, Azura made Jade wait 40 minutes, and they still played out the game.
Oh, yeah.
Two, both supports were
Ooh.
out. Both their like actual supports, they had to put their manager and then their DPS that both play main support on support, so that was awesome. And one of their DPS on Azura went Sierra for like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah,
I thought that was just really funny.
What the heck?
And then in match he's like, "Oopsies, I forgot." Went back.
Listen, I get it.
W
Sierra's fun to play.
Astura.
Sierra's fun to play. I would have ran it against the dire triggers if it was playable. I'm not gonna lie, I would have totally pulled it out.
Do you think the result of the game would have changed if you pulled it out?
Maybe one map win, because I low key
I'm gonna
love
be
that
honest.
fucking hero.
Of the DPS that Tool is capable of pulling out, that would have helped them the most.
Really?
I'm actually genuinely good at that hero. I have hands on Sierra.
I've
Mainly
seen
because she has an auto aim,
I
but
was about
that's
to say,
okay.
like, wait a minute.
You skill to hit, okay?
Tool's got hands every 12 seconds on that hero, bro. I swear.
And then the other 12, I just shoot at the tank because that's what you do with that hero. So I'm good at that hero.
Bro, we've won some comp games. Not gonna lie.
You've seen my Sierra. It's not horrible. I can actually play it. But yeah, I think funny thing with the Sora, they almost won their winners on one matchup, and like so it's like I thought they would have played a little bit better if they had all the shit that happened. Then it is what it is. But yeah, Jade kind of just has their comp that they're really good at, and if you're not good against it, you'll lose. So.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Blackout 0-1.
Blackout 0-1. I mean, kind of not like expected, to be honest. Every game was not close, and then the push was close. And that was
this
it.
the one where 0-1 was down to people?
They've been down
they've
people
been-
since the start of playoffs.
That's
Yeah.
that is true,
They
actually.
lost people. Yeah,
But,
I mean,
the Ryan Mirror the last 2 maps, that was interesting, you know?
they had Ryan Mir the last 2 maps.
Yeah.
Damn, I
No,
wish I would have watched
fucking
that.
around.
Didn't they lose their
Rango-
best players right before playoffs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
Yeah, they lost like 2 or 3 of their best players.
They lost Alpine. I know one of them was
Yeah.
Alpine.
They lost Alpine, Nami,
I was
and
surprised
Penguin,
they
which are
won
their,
a map, to be honest.
Me too.
they lost their entire DPS line before playoffs, so it was just really rough.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
rough.
tough.
I mean, you lose the
Not much
DPS
to say
line,
there.
like, you can't really do much from there. Also, I do
No,
have breaking
100%.
news. Zebra's just won.
Whoa.
Zebra's just
Oh.
won.
It was
Shit.
3-2
Let's
on
go.
Flashpoint.
All right, I'll
What?
take Zebras is winning grand finals. Let's go, Ryan! Come on, Ryan!
Bro, I'm putting
I
25
love when
for
teams
him. I'm
have
rooting
player
for
cams.
him.
It makes it so much more interesting to see the reactions.
Next season, I will be player camming all the fucking time. Don't worry, you'll get all my reactions.
Good.
I'm not.
Fuck you.
Twitch chat. Seed means nothing when you got family.
But yeah, let's see. I guess we could just roll into the next one. UTD Zenith versus EMP. I mean, I'll give UTD credit where it's due. They did play well. Yes, you can only play with the people that you're playing against and who they have available, yada yada yada, or what's going on situations. They did really well. So
One thing I have really liked about UTD this season is it really feels like they're one of the few teams that feels like they have a defined style. And I feel like more teams should have some kind of defined style that they fall back on when, like, you know, like, this is what we're good at, this is what we do, kind of thing. Because I think so many teams try to just, like, we play meta. Or, like, whatever meta is, and try to force things they're not good at.
I completely agree, and I think it's, you know, as you get higher tier, higher level of gameplay, obviously you have to make some changes, but still, teams are thriving on their one comps, even at the especially at the collegiate level, and it matters, especially, you know, Jade Eagles, they have their one comp, and UTD, they have their one comp, and they are very, very good at it. So.
no, I mean I would agree with
they're
that
focused.
too, because it's like my face at Open Tier team, my coach. We just run a lot of fucking Hog Cat. I'll be real honest, and it low key kind of counters Hog Bastion because you have a giant pig, or Bastion Cat. Sorry, it counters Bastion Cat with the Hog Cat because you have a giant pig on the end of your fucking cat, and he just hooks the Bastion out of the skybox, and it's hilarious. Yeah. we run that shit, and that's like decently high level competition that we're at. It's significantly higher than this Masters tier. So like that's
Yeah, I think Sue Whale's Sigma is at least GM level. Like his Sigma
no
is,
100%.
Oh yeah.
and then
He's also got the aura on the Sigma. Like when those clips him like screaming on Sigma, like #1 Sigma or whatever he's doing on like Havana.
Yeah.
Like
Havana.
that's a tank player I would like to play behind.
yeah, that's what you need in a tank player, is that aura, is that confidence. But yeah, I mean, you can see it throughout every one of the really close games or the games they won. They always won on Sigma comps. It was mandatory almost. So
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, like if you would beat them on like the Sigma Havana map that they would always go to, then you're just guaranteed to win the series then essentially.
That's fair.
But yeah, this series though I don't really know that much about.
Yeah, I mean the series in general I don't know much about, but I think that's just kind of like what happened. I guess we can go on to the next one. Dire, Triggers, and Jade.
Yeah, that was a pretty close game.
They played well.
I mean, I think it was a situation of where they were struggling against the ball comp a little bit from what I was watching. They struggled for a little bit against it, but they got better as the series kind of went on, kind of thing. It felt like so.
I think this was like one of the, besides midseason where Shoes beat them, this was like the first game that they struggled on. Well, I guess they did against UTD too.
You're talking about Dire, right?
Yeah. They had a incredible season, of course, but I was pretty surprised about this matchup.
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm gonna be honest. Like we've got, like if mental's good. It's everything's working, right? Like, but as soon as shit hits the fan, it's just like a struggle bus to get things back moving, And like this is one of those series where like, luckily we have the edge in individual matchups to like bring it back and reel it in. And I think like as soon as mental dips for us and we start losing matchups, then it's just like, fuck, like what you gonna do? But like this game, just like, tying out Hollywood, we were like, shit, and then lost Savannah, we were like, shit, and got angry and were able to win Kings Row, but like they played well,
Was it the ball stuff that gave you guys the most trouble?
Honestly, yeah, like I think it really affected Jay, like our hit scan, because like
Which one's
that
Jay?
constant, our hit scan player, JML, yeah.
Oh, Jay, I keep forgetting Jay is JML, as in like the
Yeah,
Jay versus JML. Got it.
Sorry, we just always abbreviate that because it's so much like easier to say than just 3 letters
bro.
back to
Why
back to
say
back.
3 when you can say 1?
Exactly.
Aura.
I think it's one of those things where I just think in my mind the word Jay is like someone's name. I thought someone's like IRL naming someone again. Where people sometimes, people sometimes in like when we ask people's lineups in CGL games, they'll put someone's IRL name. Like, bro, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah. I think on the ball comp, like I think like our DPS just struggle to find a footing. You know what I mean? And it's just like we got to reel it back in. But Kings Row is not one of the maps that they could do that with us.
Correct.
We played it a little bit differently.
Kings Row is ass for ball.
Well,
yeah. Third point.
Why don't you guys run like double flex with ball then? I don't understand. Instead of
you just don't have our. I mean, like we just didn't try it really, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things that we didn't try this season because like it was the team's foray into Masters. Like we're still majority diamond in terms of just pure ranks. It's like, we're still learning comps. We're still learning new things. It's just like it's kind of slow going in that kind of department. So, yeah, we really didn't try double flex.
I guess with it being your first foray into Massachusetts, would you consider your season to be a success?
It was all right. I think like on the management side of it, like could have done far better in terms of just like keeping the player pool stocked up. We ran into way too many
Okay.
Like we ran into way too many stupid issues that landed us with no main support in one case and no DPS sub in every other case. So it's just like unfortunate, but lessons learned.
Yeah.
Lessons learned. What do you think, Mist, of the series?
What? I remember Nax went in for map 6. That's the only thing I really remember.
Yeah,
To
I
be
played
more.
Emre.
Oh, you did?
Are you the
Yeah.
reason your team won?
I'd be the reason.
LOL.
Go.
Just
I
say
don't know,
yes.
man. Sure.
Listen,
I hit shots,
is
L.
Nax has a historic CGL clip. He hit the first ever 6-7 on stream.
I forgot.
Bro,
May
they
he go
released
down in
that
history.
shit ahead of finals. Are you kidding me? You think I'm not gonna run it?
Dude, that shit was so dull. I remember when that came out, that emote, I was like, you're playing a map in grand finals and you're hitting a 6-7 after you hit a clip. And the observer caught it perfectly. It was peak. It was so peak.
Hey,
It
to
was
this
great.
day, like I'll run soldier against any hit scan in this fucking tier and I'll beat him. I don't care.
Low-key Nax might be the dirtiest hit scan in the tier if he only played soldier. And
I
people actually let him run
so
around.
bro, I got so messed up this season because our main support ended up like getting in a whole process of moving, all that kind of stuff. I get it. So I didn't really get a chance to play it scan all too much, but the maps I did play, I did enjoy.
Your RAM is pretty good too. I mean, in my opinion, you could have played RAM against our Fury and done really well.
I wasn't even in the country.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Since when is that
So
stop people?
yeah,
If he was there,
That's
he
why
would've
that's
played
why
main
that's
support.
why they had Raj on support.
yeah, which was
'Cause-
crazy. Which was crazy.
That was a
But
questionable decision. I will admit.
listen, a lot of mistakes this season.
Yeah.
I'm
Live
gonna
and learn.
give it to you. That's what happens.
I mean, a lot of us in this call could say we had a lot of mistakes, except for maybe the two people that are probably going to be in grand finals, but that's okay.
They still made mistakes though. Then they'll own
Yeah,
up
They
to
did.
it,
They
you
did
know
make
what I
some
mean?
mistakes.
Dude,
I mean,
we're
Cloud
all
was
human.
also gone for his Aura Fury loss, so I mean, I see a similarity there.
True.
Yeah. I've been gone the
Already
last
caught-
3 weeks.
I will say Jade got a lot better as the season went on.
Yeah, they by no means were they slackers. Like
No, 100%. I would agree with that.
they took us to a map 5, and I was like satisfied with the series. Like, hell yeah, got to run it out. Like, it was good.
You mean
They
map
played
6?
really well.
Actually.
Map 6, yes, actually,
Yeah.
map 6.
This is one of those moments
Yeah.
too where I remember being like, I think this game was happening at the same time as the UIE game, and we were having to decide which one we were streaming because we only got to stream one of them. And we streamed the UIE Aura game. I was like, and this one was map 6. I'm like, did we choose the right one? I think we still did, but like both were
Dude,
bangers.
that was another Deadeye Comprehends moment. Like, they picked this goddamn game instead of a map 6 heater. Crazy.
Yeah,
If
I
only
mean,
you
map
could
5
see
was
the
a map
future.
6. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Any other final
Alrighty.
words on this game?
Not really, I guess.
Go mean green.
Alrighty, UTD versus Blackout. I mean, I feel like we covered a lot of the UTD stuff, honestly, with our early series on them. I think they got the sick comp rolling. They kind of do their thing,
I guess I thought this would
and
be closer.
kind of what happened. It's close for sure.
What I'm saying is I thought it would have been closer.
Oh, I'm sorry. You thought it would have been. Honestly, I agree with you to a degree. I think I didn't watch the series much. I feel like the issue with Blackout is once you kind of figure out how to slow Cupid down, their game plan kind of just like becomes putty, and you can almost mold them into doing whatever you want them to do.
Actually, hard agree with that.
Cupid is very mechanically talented, but I do notice he loves to run off on his like flanks by himself, kind of thing like that. And if you obviously if your team that can't handle like the offense thing, like that was realistically what made our game versus Blackout so close is because we were down Dan, we couldn't nor have a normal side fight that we
Contest
wanted.
it.
We literally had no ability to have a side fight because of just just
Yeah.
happens to be the heroes he plays, no fault of munching or whatever. So it made it so Cupid got so much more value, which made the game a lot more difficult. So like when he's allowed to have that free reign, he can get a lot of value.
And I think
100%.
Wizard did really. I almost said his first part of his name. Wizard did really good job. Throughout the whole season, just
Yeah, I
playing
would
with
agree.
him and go on those flanks. But yeah, you can And you could even like 1v2 them, and as long as you're staying alive, it's huge with like distracted. The rest of their team, it just suffers for it, right? So
Yep, I agree with that too. What any thoughts, Nax or Mist?
Mm,
I mean,
not really.
Pika wasn't there, so I mean,
Oh
they'll
yeah,
survive.
he wasn't
Who
there.
wasn't?
Mm,
No, who wasn't there?
Pika, I guess.
Oh,
Pika, their
Pika.
diva player.
I mean, I guess
He was kind of
would
their
that have helped the
savior
matchup?
for
Was
a
Shoreline up
couple
there,
of
right?
maps. It was just Shoreline, yeah.
I
Shoreline's the
mean,
normal starter though, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
they do play Pika like a solid amount though, so I can
Uh,
see that being a problem to a degree because now you
Yeah.
don't have Diva, which is still a busted fucking hero. Let's nerf Diva maybe next patch, maybe.
doesn't
See.
Pika play like Ball and Winston too? Like I
I
think
think
if
so.
they did choose,
He also plays Reinhardt and misses
yeah,
a shatter.
a map instead of
I'm
Havana,
gonna be honest.
then
Like, if your tank pool is weak against Sigma and you run into UTD Zenith, like, I don't know.
I mean,
It's a hard
in
fought,
the end,
hard
UTD
fought
wants to
battle,
slow things
anyways.
down. You can't let them slow things down in the end. So whatever
Yeah.
you need to go to make things go faster, or unless you feel like you're better on their specialty, which I feel like a lot of teams probably aren't. So in that case, you need to have something that goes faster because get a lot of time, and then eventually they'll get a kill.
yeah,
I mean, Suel is numero uno Sigma.
That's true. That's true.
That's
yeah,
true.
and you know it's not only just him for sure. Well, I guess we can talk about it next map, right? I'll save it for then.
That's fair. Missed any final thoughts on that
Mm-mm,
series?
not really.
Okay. Dire Triggers versus
No!
Cosmic. Alrighty, so
No!
I'll start because this is where I want to go into my Cosmic rant a little bit. Dire Triggers, slam them. Good job, Dire. You slammed. Alrighty, here's my rant about Cosmic Eclipse. So, kind of like on the piggyback of what you guys were saying, where it feels like there's a disconnect when they are playing the Malga comp. There's a disconnect no matter what comp they're on. I swear to Christ, every time I see Pickle even remotely try to get aggressive, he dies instantly. And it's like with that whole Malga rant you guys were having, where it's like, oh, they have this like disconnect. I don't know where it's at. Neither do I. But fucking supports, we gotta do a better job. Can't just let Pickle be dying first every fucking team fight. I had a one-on-one with Pickle before this series. I told him how to survive a little bit longer on tank, how he should be really playing the game, and to be honest, he did a lot of what I told him, and it didn't matter because his fucking team just doesn't look at him. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. On his team, no one is looking at him. It's like no one cares where he's going. It's like they're not talking in the VC at all to each other. It
It's
literally
a
looks like I'm
yeah.
watching 5 people queue into a game of solo queue ranked and just sit there and play the game. Like that's what I feel like I'm watching. Dead ass.
I think
Like so
sorry,
frustrating. No,
I
I'm
think
good now.
the one of and Pickle's here by the way. Hey Pickle.
Oh, hey
Um,
guys.
one
Sorry.
of the best parts of Cosmic was their Sig comp, and a part of that comp is the tank doesn't need as many resources. And so transitioning to a Mauga comp where the tank needs a lot more resources, that definitely needs to be practiced and addressed. And I don't know if it necessarily was. But it's a different playstyle change, a really different playstyle change. I know specifically for my team, my supports love to do high damage, um, and sometimes you just have to address that, and you have to change your play style accordingly depending on the comp, right? So
That's fair.
we
Even
we
with
definitely went
Ram,
through
your
the
tank
same
needs.
thing. Hmm.
Yeah.
One thing I think is also oftentimes like I guess underappreciated or like underaddressed in teams is like when figuring out team communication, there's so much emphasis on like we need to talk and we need to calm, but I feel like there's oftentimes very little communication around listening.
Right.
Because like so it doesn't really matter how much you say or do if nobody's like you need active listening is something you need to practice doing. So like you need to be able to do your actions while listening and just filtering out the noise, what's happening, to focus on what's important in there. And whether it's like someone saying they want to go like want to turn a corner if you're on tank, or someone's talking about how they want to use an ult, or someone's saying they're low. You need to be able to filter that stuff and listen and kind of apply it in the moment versus like, because like if you're just tuning out, focus too much on your own gameplay, you're not gonna be hearing what your team's saying. You guys are not gonna be on the same page.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that too. Like, as like a coach side of things, where like I look at the game in a more analytical situation 24/7, it's like a lot of communication breakdowns come from sheerly people just not hearing what was said. Like, if I'm being honest, especially at like a lower level, like masters and below, like it's just people not hearing shit or just refusing to hear or just so focused on, like you said, like their gameplay in general that they didn't know something was happening that was going to be happening. So, and that's definitely a big key part of that communication is that active listening. And that honestly, with that though, too, it comes the understanding of what your team is saying though, too, right? Like being on that same page of like, hey, when I say this, and this is what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Same
oh,
terminology.
yeah, exactly. You need to understand the same things because, like, let's okay, so I'll give a little example that's kind of funny. So my team, they play a lot of cat comp, like I said. When my Roadhog player wants the cat to pick him up, he doesn't say, "Hey, come pick me up, cat." He goes, "Mr. Cat." Short, sweet, and simple. He's like, "Mr. Cat." He'll just say it in that tone of voice, and he's like, and that's like, "Yeah, I want to be picked up. Like, get me the fuck out of here." So it's like it's just understanding each other to the full extent so you can get your comms out quicker and really be able to adjust yourself in a better spot sooner too.
Also that split between like informational or action based comms too. Like
Right.
so many teams, depending on the person, like someone's saying someone's one to some person might be an informational thing, and one saying someone's like one means target them, which can like really
Right,
change what's going on
100%.
for a
No, I
team.
agree too. Yeah. Yep. So the definition of one in Overwatch, good God, sometimes people call people one shot and they're still like 150 HP. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I still have to put a whole clip into them.
Bro, I'm
Low
not
key
gonna
me.
I feel like
lie.
I'm known for that.
Bro,
I'm also known for. I think that's a tank player issue.
I mean,
I
I think I
also
do,
do that
yeah.
too. Don't worry about it.
Well,
no, listen, I send Deadeye on shit missions, dude. I'll hit one fucking 3 burst on a dude, go down to 200. I'm like, he's one. Deadeye'll triple blink in, get shit kicked, and then be like, that was not one. I was like, you could have one clipped him.
You can. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, you're true. Technically, it is one. That's one shot. If you can one shot him, that's a
Like
one
that.
At the
shot.
very
like
least, we tried, right? Like,
Sometimes you
we
at
just
the very
gotta
least,
give
we
him a little,
blocked.
little
Sorry,
get him going.
L.
I think one of
Not
my
my
pet
fault you
peeves
couldn't
with it
fucking kill him.
is like the what's it called? The ones that are the situation where like say I call someone as one, and then like 5 or 6 seconds later they're not one. It's like they got healed in the time frame I said.
Yeah.
I hate that
like-
shit. It's like,
all the time.
dude, they give a nano, and of course they're not one no more. Like,
Dude, like, yes, of course, bitch. You waited 2 years before going in. Like, are you kidding me? You're gonna tell me that they're not one when it's been 10 years? Anyways.
I think one of my issues regarding that it was I used it as a tactic to get people to target prioritize, right?
Right.
And then and I feel like it's also low key a Korean thing too, where we just like say everything is one. But that might just be me. But yeah, transitioning from that, when we were on Queen of Diamonds and Solar Eclipse to like actually are they one or not? That was definitely a transition, but
missed any thoughts on communication
Mm.
or that series?
We suck at communicating.
I can tell.
So we are so bad at it. We say something, Pickle's like I'm one. We just like we're tone deaf to Pickle. I felt like.
Or do
You
people
know
really
what?
pickle up? Do people
That's
just
what
turn-
it looks like.
They
That's
should
what it
tell-
looks like.
It sounds like they should turn Pickle's volume up relative to everyone else.
They should.
I mean, I've also been sick for the past week, so it didn't help. Coming Thursday, it was like I was still under the weather a little bit.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
have
that
I have my
definitely doesn't
supports
help.
at 200 and my flex DPS at 175%.
I mean,
Valid, valid. He's got the
Conk is the loudest
priorities
person in
right.
the call. And then I'm pretty sure one of the maps, I forgot who it was, where Vert literally had to undeafen and go, "Help Pickle!" Like,
That was map 3.
Okay,
That
so
was
I'm
map
glad
3
that
second point.
you guys felt like that was happening in your camp too, because as a coach, I was like, listen, I'm not trying to sound like a dick rider and be like, go Pickle, MVP, but like it felt like it wasn't your fault when I was watching. Like, and I hate picking favorites, but it just like it's a team game, but like man, like some of the things I saw is just unacceptable. Just like on a team level, no matter whose fault it was. Like if we're on a team and like that's just like that looks like we just started playing the game together. Like fuck a team like Choose Production Crew, they don't fucking scrim, and it doesn't look like that when they play the game.
Okay, to be fair,
They-
while we don't scrim, like 3 of us have been teammates for like
Yeah,
6-7
experience.
years at this point, and then you have
Fair.
like.
he did the thing.
Fair.
He did the
Okay,
thing.
That's
okay, I
fair.
didn't mean to do that, but yeah,
Hey,
we had teammates for
Headrammer,
like
can we get the
been
handshake?
years, and then what's it called? Then like
6, 7.
we do play a decent bit of quick play with each other, and we're kind of
That's
sweats at
fair.
quick play. I'll be honest.
Okay, so you're the quick play warriors. Got it.
Okay, the thing is, you have to be once you hit 5 people in a stack, the games are like on God. Like so
No, you're not wrong. I've stacked 5 people at quick play.
Yeah, it's harder than
to play
scrim
quick play.
sometimes.
No, you wouldn't believe the number of times where like we 3-0 destroy someone in a CGO game. We go into quick play. Our very first game, we get like full health first point.
Bro, I
Those
queued
quick play
into
warriors, man.
fucking Gorilla and the #1 Brig like 3 games in a row on quick play.
No,
It's
like these
crazy.
people, like if you ever need inspiration to craft a cancerous comp, just 5-second quick play, they will find a way to make you like
sure.
just reinvent your way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Hey, Headrammer, have you ever thought about adding to the SR submissions where it's you guys in your SR and then a video of you playing quick play?
video of you playing quick play.
What are we
Dude,
trying
I'm
to
sure
determine
your
from
mods
this?
will have a fun time trying to
Guess
prove
their
that.
SR.
Oh,
No
guess
longer.
fine,
That's
but
how we do SR submissions. We just play guess your
just-
SR.
just
We
wait,
just
next season we're
randomly
gonna
put.
take Hero SR.
Ooh, I like that. That's guess your SR. That could be a segment.
Yeah, next season we'll
That could
take.
be a
Ooh.
segment. Wait a minute. We're cooking. We're cooking. That will do that. That future segment. Guess your SR. It coming
Ooh,
soon to the
I still have
CTL
a code from
podcast
our
near
comp
you.
game. Maybe we can submit that. I think that'll
There you
work.
go. Next season we'll take Hero SR, and instead of roll locking you by roll, we're locking by hero.
I'll be dreaming of that.
Any lower tier? God damn it! My Reinhardt's always GM. I'm cursed.
Just imagine, like, all your hero SRs are, like, say, above diamond or something like that, and you're playing diamond tier, they ban your hero, so you've been banned as a player from that map.
A fucking criminal.
It technically did happen.
That would be funny.
Fucking. That's fucking criminal. I guess we go to the next series, which
Yeah.
was
UTD Unwoke.
Ah, fuck.
UTD. I mean, were you at that game, Cloud? Correct? You were there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was.
So I mean, you can go first, honestly, because I didn't watch the game.
You go. Okay. I mean, their Sig was very good, Sue Whale, and every time we were mirroring, my shield would blow up so quickly. Their target focus on shields, obviously they're so good at that comp, but their target focus on shields were just insane. It was like I never had shield, and he always had shield, and then he started with the advantage every single time. And yeah, they had it on lockdown. I remember on Nimbani, third, we were playing Sig v Sig, and I freaking rocked him out of Sigma ult. I ate the Ilari ult, and then yeah, he was still killing it. So I mean, yeah, they're just so good at that comp. It was we won on every other map, and then on the Sigma comps, it was close, but it wasn't enough.
So it was what?
That's-
Havana
that's
you
it.
lost, and what was the other map?
Nimbani.
Bonnie. Oh yeah. Wait, was this one like full held? They full had someone first point. I don't think it was you guys though.
No, it wasn't us. Yeah, it was super close. We had a lot of time to get third on Nimbani. We should have won Nimbani.
They are
But
good in Bonnie.
yeah,
team, I'll say.
their cast flanked and had this crazy Deadeye and killed both supports last fight, and then yeah, when we had all the advantage.
That's tough. That's such a gutsy flank. That flank on third point, New Bonnie. I saw a couple teams doing that actually lately in the playoffs, where they send I saw the team send both of their DPS on the same flank, and I was losing my marbles. they sent them both, but it worked. I was like, you are gutsy.
That's
I
one
don't know
of
if
those
it
things
was-
though you need from I think one of the things that also separates a good team from a bad team is to be able to win those kind of like unwinnable fights based on the nature of like not just waiting for things to come to you. It's like, look, you realize in the moment like we need a miracle to make this happen. Let's take a risk and try to do something that like they might not expect.
Apparently, Cloud misses Winston jump 3 times in a row on Numbani as
She's
well.
talking about a scrim. She has no idea what she's talking about. I would never listen to anything she says, ever.
Oh, sure, buddy, sure, whatever you say, Cloud.
She's talking about a scrim. I don't know why she's bringing a scrim up right now. I didn't
Someone's
even
not
play
going to get
Winston.
healed tomorrow in their big matchup.
Yeah. She's.
But yeah, I don't know. Any other? I mean, to be honest, I think from my point of view, after hearing how Cloud said it, was they just kind of lost on Sigmir, but then dominated everything else, is what I would guess.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of what you need to do. Anybody else have any thoughts?
I was really surprised by UTD, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wasn't.
They're a lot
me
better
too.
of a team
Like
than
they
I
did
thought.
so well.
I think UTD is another team. I think UTD. I was still playing UTD. Do I had the Jade? I felt like both teams leveled up in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, me and Nex said it a while back where it's like UTD will surprise a lot of teams just because they're so good.
Dude, yeah, they were good. They were like pretty damn good early season.
Yeah, I think they were good. They were good all season. They
they?
2-3.
Yeah. Like me
decent
and Nax,
I mean, they
we
were
played
solid.
the
Yeah,
UT
I mean, yeah.
me and
And
Nax
then-
played the UTD team that had a actual main support.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Cosmic week 3, I think, 3-2, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, they took Dire to 5, and then they took us to 5 again in playoffs. We won that one, but they are like a very good team.
yeah.
For sure.
I always have such a hard time judging teams from like early round matchups too, because at those times like you never know in the moment. Like, okay, let's say they beat this team or 3-0 this team, but it's like, well, how good was that team in the moment? Like, like I think there was a lot of overrating of like certain teams early on because like we later found out it was like all the lowest seeded teams possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
that
I kind of
midseason
had
was
that shit
not
snipped out
even
right away from the
competition.
get go. I'm not gonna lie, I had that shit snipped out from the get go. I knew who the losers were based off of watching.
Well, I mean, there were some that were obvious. I mean, we had like one team that dropped out, like 2Pro dropped out. Who's the other one? There was one other team that was like really, really low. I don't remember what it was. Might have been Diamond Eagles.
No, Diamond Eagles.
I think it
played
was
all the
only
games.
2-Pro that dropped out.
No, I
That
didn't
was
mean.
It was
I didn't mean
2Pro.
2 dropped out. I meant like because I think at one point it was like 2Pro and then Diamond Eagles were like the last 2 seeded teams in Group 2. I think.
I mean, Diamond
Yes.
Eagles wasn't even a bad team. They just were in a really hard group.
That's fair.
That's true.
They were in the group of death.
I think if they were in Group 1, they would have beaten 0-1 for that last playoff spot.
You think
I
so?
agree.
Because like they had Balin, they had
Balin's a dog.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I agree with that for sure.
they had like Balin, Sonari, who were just like kind of carrying that team. So
I know they
Sadly,
did a
they
lot
got
of like
swept
shifting
with
around the
Mike.
roster. I think going into the season 2 because they had like what they had a Diamond team and like ended up making the 2 Masters teams, something like that. And then shifted some other players
Yeah.
around.
yeah, like I'll give a little insight. Like they had, I'm pretty sure Balin was master, so it was Balin and like I think Wolf Pup or Leah who were masters. So like the team was going to have to go into masters, and there was going to be way too many people on Jade if they were to move those people to Jade. And so, but they also had a masters tank at the time, and so they had like a really solid, like good core. But because their tank player had like a lot of commitments, he couldn't play on the team because like he was also a high ranking Valorant player, and so he had to step away. And so they still had like Wolfgang, who was their tank in Diamond tier, who was still a very like solid tank. It just like they had a couple new pieces that they're trying to deal with, and plus when you have like your first 2 weeks going against like UIE and Shoes, like
Yeah.
They will
were
make you
in
look-
week 1. I forgot about that.
yeah, they will make you look just terrible
They will. They do that. We went against UIE week 1. That was one of the weeks I had to play DPS.
Oh.
I was okay. I did okay on Vendetta. I was
your,
like-
your first
really
and last game were on DPS.
Yeah, they were. They were on DPS. Maybe I should just play DPS and Diamond tier if I'm eligible for Diamond tier, and just show off my DPS at the same time. Maybe I'll just play every role in Diamond Tier. That sounds fun.
You're
I'll
not
play,
gonna have fun playing DPS and I wouldn't have fun.
I probably won't
I
have
didn't
fun.
have
You're
fun.
right. I'm probably just gonna
Yeah.
play Master Tier tank and just like play against people I know, and that would be
The last time I
enjoyable. But
played DPS and Diamond Tier, there were 2 C9s in a playoff game, so.
Oh,
I remember those. I remember those. I think that was against a team that I was coaching. Oh wait, it was.
It's
Oh,
okay, I got my
man.
ones against JML on Pharah. Dude, I remember
I can almost
Nada
guarantee
had to go
JML will
map
hear that and be
5.
pissed that you said that. I can almost guarantee it.
Dude, I remember Nada had to go map 5, and he left before bans, and so he leaves, and then I see Tool instantly rip a Pharah ban. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. That's like my one trick.
Like 5 foot. I totally did not know that probably at the time. I probably just did it because you were playing it a lot.
Oh, the GIF. Oh, the GIF.
No,
Hey,
no.
Pickle, you forgot something.
Hey, man.
That's what it is. The
I only
point.
C9 once this season, but I
That's
got the
true.
first
You're
touch.
improving. Everybody give a round of applause for Pickle for not C9ing as much as possible.
Hey, if you want to know a little funny backstory, 2 people told me they had touch right after me, so I was going to get those 2 kills.
So they
And then
lost.
they
Out of
didn't
curiosity,
touch point. If you rewatch the stream, you will see Strider be on point and slide off the same time I go for those kills.
out
So
of
I
curiosity,
dare you to go back and watch that.
It's weird.
out
when
of
you play- it's weird.
curiosity,
We suddenly
Pickle.
misplaced his VOD.
What's up, Mist?
Out of curiosity, Pickle. Was it in our week 2 game when I was against you?
No, it
Oh
was
no no
Oh,
no
was it not?
no!
It was against
This
UTD.
was
Oh,
before you. I was talking about they're talking about the gift Pickle. That's from like
Oh.
last season.
yeah. I'm talking about this season. Was it the
Oh.
one
Yeah,
on
no, this season it
Sarabasa
was
where?
against UTD where it was Samoa. I swapped a ball on City Center to touch.
Yep.
I got first touch, and then there was no one because I used Fireball to get the touch, and I had to circle around.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's just
I
a Pickle
remember grasping my head and being like, "He did it! No!"
Yeah, he did.
He's
Yeah,
back.
Oh
It's
no!
a legend.
Not like this.
That's why I nicknamed C9s P9s now. I call them P9s for the Pickle.
I think don't we have like isn't that that sticker is called P9 in CJL?
I think it is. Yeah.
Dude, I made him a custom profile picture.
Really?
Yeah.
It's literally just a
I'll have
pickle
to
in a
find it,
Cloud9
yeah.
jersey.
I love it.
You sent me
Yeah,
like 2, and I was
pictures,
rocking the
fantastic.
first one for a while.
You were
just because
walking that one for a while. I remember.
Yeah, I'll have to find it, and I'll put it back on.
Uh,
Next,
so
can you
I
send me a
guess-
DM real quick so I can just like look up in our DMs?
I guess we
Uh,
could go into the next series while them two are gonna attempt to DM. Which is what did we just cover? We covered
This next
UAE,
one's UAE
UTD. Okay.
Mhm.
So then now
Oh.
we're on Dire UAE. Alrighty. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the game was close. No, right? I'm pretty sure it was
Oh
like.
no, it wasn't close at all.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. As a person that used to be a part of that camp over there, I can already tell you what happened. They lost game 1. They got a little tilted. They lost game 2. They got extremely tilted, and the series was over.
It honestly, like, I don't know. In VC, not much tilt, but also like comms were just not happening. And like,
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
just
be
like
honest, like, it wasn't like it wasn't a day where like mentals were a problem. It's just like we were playing like pussies. Like I think we were putting a little bit too much pressure on ourselves and just weren't making smart rotations, just not using abilities well. It was just one of those days where like nothing was clicking. And like we were looking at like a couple things back and it's like, wow, we could have like, you know, shielded for nade, walked faster, took this, took that, like, you know, ran around here. Like so many small things like that you don't necessarily like think about extenuating just didn't happen. You know what I
One of those
mean?
situations where like people are like afraid to make mistakes, so nothing happens.
Yeah, yeah,
oh my
yeah,
god,
basically.
Nubani. This is a great case on Nubani. Cloud is on Diva. They're on Zarya. Cloud is sitting right next to them on the high ground, and they don't even try to move him. They sit there on the high ground right next to him,
Well,
just like
dude,
having
I
a
would-
great time. They don't even
No.
move towards Cloud to get him off the high ground, so then they can now move forward and try to position themselves. Cloud is on Diva right next to Zarya, not getting looked at. How is that possible?
Here's the thing. I booped the motherfucker off. I booped that motherfucker off like every
You
5
guess-
seconds. I know my cooldown,
Hey,
and
he's
then I'm
just
like,
gonna fly. He's gonna fly back.
but the dude
You
would
have
fly
to look
back
at
up.
them as a team.
That's my thing. Is that like, and again, we didn't rotate at any point in time during
You
any of
sat
those
there on
moments.
the ground, just jacking each other off. 4 of you, like 3 squishies in the back high ground room, standing behind Raj, while Raj is like attempting to walk forward, but not really. Like he couldn't because the 3 people behind him sure as hell weren't gonna fucking walk with him. It felt like so. It just like
Well, it's like, do you think anything was happening in our fucking brains? There's like, no way, no way.
Fuck. Not. Obviously, there was nothing up there.
Whatever. What are you gonna do?
Cool's
you know?
doing more movement in the chair than Dyer did to UIE.
Pretty much.
Hey man, they played well. I tried. We tried. It was a good season, regardless. Like, what are you gonna do? L.
Uh,
I need your opinions on that series
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. I need them.
give me the face cam.
All right.
Oh god, here we go. Here we go. It's the
So-
Cloud crash out time. I'm ready.
No, I don't crash out. I just don't. But
Cam
You don't. That's fair.
He's the
You
CEO
know,
of a Fortune 500 company. He can't do that.
Is your cam still on Cloud? It's not showing up
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, I might. My internet's really bad right now. I don't know. It says network lost.
Well, that
Oh,
will
that's
do it.
unfortunate.
GG's. No Cloud cam.
Let me just turn off my Wi-Fi.
One would
One
think that'd be
second.
important for internet.
I think so. Maybe.
My
It
router.
says here
is so-
in the symptoms search bar that you have internet connectivity problems.
Okay. Yeah, that did not help. That actually made it worse.
That
Well,
makes sense. Why don't you just like connect the internet then again, and then just like reload the page for the cam?
And we just like put Tool's camera back on and have him impersonate
Yeah,
impersonate
yeah.
Cloud.
I'll
that,
crash
so-
it before Cloud. I'm ready. All right, Cloud. You can say what you gotta say. I'm ready for you. I'll crash out for you, Cloud.
no. So I just wanted to preface this. I was 3 for 3 for CGL seasons. Coming into my 4th CGL season, I wanted to win, and I was 2-0 against Death Blossom, the same team, and then they reverse swept me, and then
That's
I was
true. I
tormented
remember
because
that.
of it. I was tormented because of it.
Bonnie is
and
where it
I'm
all
just gonna be
started.
honest. I mean, who wouldn't be after a reverse sweep like that when
Wait, the
you
more I
thought
think about it, it's
you
so
were gonna go to
cinema that you
championship?
got your revenge on New Bonnie because that's where the reverse sweep started too.
And that's I'm gonna get into that. Oh, I'm gonna get into that
I'm
because
so ready. I'm so
the
ready. It's gonna
amount
be
of
peak.
freaking VODs I've watched of this freaking team, and we only have set up, studied and set up specific strats for 2 specific teams, and that was Shoes Production Crew and this team, Dire Triggers, and so watching so many VODs. And this this is how we 2-0'd them 2-0, before the reverse sweep last time was JML is I'm about to reveal shit. But JML loves to play Cass on first map. He does it like 90%, and the
Really?
team synergy gets wrecked when he's not comfortable on his control map. And so we banned Cass, and you guys seem super uncomfortable. And then, Slaying was like, okay, Cloud, you're on to something. And we specifically knew that Mirage overextends a little bit instead of like shielding and then walking up. So that's why we had the Anna in there to nade the backline, and I would shield behind him every single fight. And then, I just had 0 deaths first map because of that. And then, going into the second map, I mean, Yeah, that was the map where I got trashed on in the reverse sweep, and it was because they ran the Diva Bastion comp. And JML played Bastion, and so we banned Bastion, and then we also had a really shit scrim on Nimbani. We've been so we typically scrim like 3.9 4.0, but when playoffs started we've only been scrimming 4.2, and it's been hell on earth. We've been losing so many freaking scrims, but we had a really hard scrim on Nimbani, and we VOD reviewed it, and so I knew what I needed to do, and it was constantly pressure high ground, and just be on high ground, and being a menace on high ground at all times.
You
So,
were. You were.
yeah. I mean, it was a combination of that, and then I think you guys could have taken alternate routes, but it was like even in the first map, every single time you guys went the same route every single time, and then
Yeah.
the second map you guys just went high ground every single
Yep.
time. Like I would have gone cliffside and just walked in and sped through it, or you guys could have gone height. But you guys, if you would have sped and then just all five of you guys walked into me, there's like a sign that's blocking that me from here.
Yeah.
I
Almost back
know.
up a little bit,
I know.
but
I was trying
yeah,
to make that rotation multiple times.
yeah. So there were those things. Actually messed up last fight, and thank God my team like came up on top. But yeah, and that was really it. And then we really felt like we had the bands on point each map. So
Yeah, no, it's totally fair. Like those are all good points, and like unfortunately, like we didn't have a main support backup player, so I couldn't go in for hit scan to move things around and like get us to where we need to be, and is what it is. Like you guys play better.
yeah, I have so much respect for Mirage, especially after he knocked me out last season. He is an insane tank.
Raj
He's
is
a
very
scary
good.
tank. Yeah,
He's
and
very good.
he's carried a lot of maps, just being such a confident and a menace on tank, where it's just at some point it just becomes a tank diff, right? And
Yeah.
you guys played really good. You guys had an insane season. Yeah.
Fuck is Orisa though.
I was really surprised you guys didn't do like Zarya Reaper. I think you guys would have done a lot better if you guys did.
I was
Zarya
wondering that too, low key. That Vendetta got nerfed, and it's like that's literally what Death Boss. I think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be a side rant that'll take 2 seconds. It's not even gonna be long. I think that they switched up a lot of stuff that we did from last season that they could have went back to. That would have been comfortable for them.
Yeah,
But they
could have,
to
but
go
didn't
back.
think to do. Could
Yeah,
have, but
like
didn't think to do.
I just think they just didn't think about it, obviously. But like I agree. I think Zar Reaper would have been super good, especially after Vendetta got nerfed and Reaper got dire triggers put as like his base kit. Any other thoughts from anybody else outside of us three Chads
Mm-mm.
talking about this?
I just wanted to do a Ram mirror again, but he went Orisa off the bat.
To be honest, you deserved it, but
Yeah, and then he deserved that spear off the map.
I saw that. I did
that
see
he
that.
did. The motherfucker did deserve that. That's true.
Oh man, too good.
I was like, "Hey, watch spear gone."
Dude,
all right.
Dude, he was looking like me, just trotting ahead, and I'm like, all right, fuck this, I'm holding it.
Honestly, I should not have sped him. I should not have sped him. I should.
I'm glad you sped him.
Yeah, I'm sure you
I'm
are.
sure you are.
Any thoughts, Mist, on the UIE? No.
No.
Headrammer?
I didn't see the game, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, all right. So then I guess we can go into the future of the bracket, which, oh, there he is. He's back. Cloud is back. There he is.
Nice.
But yeah,
lighting.
we could a new lighting.
Yeah, I
indeed.
had a red lighting for my whole segment, but it's all good.
Is it?
Oh,
is it
that would
really?
have looked so cool. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to see it. I'm sad now.
I mean, if you want to show it, we can show it.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
restart
corny
it.
now.
We're
said what I
minutes didn't happen.
Dude, his
Restart your
wife
hand.
was already giving him trouble.
Here,
Ready.
don't worry.
We
We
could,
can full screen him.
Yeah, we're just full screen him
Oh.
into. Yeah.
Oh, he's got the guns out.
Oh, he's
Oh.
flexing.
Oh.
Ooh, wait.
Take your shirt
Okay,
off.
okay.
Take your shirt off.
Take your whoa. We gotta keep it a little. Well, actually, we don't keep it PG here, but.
Alright, we can do-
Alrighty, we can go into the next. We can go into the future of the bracket now.
Get
So.
Fool
that
down
spread.
here just looking up at it.
What are we? Yeah. What's up? Oh, flex to my fat arms. Look at my fat. Yeah.
Dude, you look like an ostrich for a second.
We're getting that off our screen.
Alrighty, but we could go into the future of the bracket. I believe it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, is UIE versus Aura, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and simple. They have the Giga Chad Cloud back. For anybody that knows me from past seasons, this is the first time that I've actually given Cloud a lot of credit this season. Like every other season that passed, I've just not given him credit because I just didn't think it was warranted for me personally. But now I'm gonna give him his credit where it's due. Cloud is back. He's gonna handle business. They're gonna 3-1. That's what I think.
I feel like
I
I've
agree.
played Aura Fury a lot of time, like 4 or 5 times now in the last 2 seasons.
Was Aura Fury in Diamond Tier last season?
They
Yeah.
were.
Yep.
Okay. How did they do
And
last
it's the
season?
same
as a whole?
tanks.
They were all right.
Eh.
They had different tanks, but
No, Arisen played tank. Well, they had 2.
Sen-
They had a
they
second.
they, they
tank
had their
as
ball
well.
player though that they played
Yeah.
like 90% of their maps.
I think Arisen played DPS, right?
Yeah, and then they
For
had
some
to.
of those
I think
maps.
they didn't. I think they had to send still too, but
Ascend this
Didn't
season
it-
says
well,
it's
they
on
had
between
Fury.
Yeah, they
tank
did
and
have
main
Ascend.
support or something, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it that season that they dropped Theory and then somebody else got like Can?
yeah, they dropped Theory that season too. Yeah, right before playoffs.
No, it wasn't Orpheus.
No,
Remember.
it was in playoffs because he beat Diamond Eagles and then got dropped.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I remember.
that tracks.
They had Potato Boy, the tank, the ball one trick. But yeah,
This game could be
I think
interesting. What's that called? Obviously, like there was also just like generally, so this game and like the next one have like some potential like asterisks on them a little bit, since there was like, so like feel free to correct me if I'm wrong with anything I say in this cloud. Like Aura and UIE had trouble finding. So for context, the losers finals deadline is Thursday, and the teams couldn't really find a time within that deadline that was able to work for both teams. I think it was like one was available Thursday, but the other was available Wednesday, something like that. And because of that, it meant like they had to seek an extension in some capacity, which then essentially drags like shoes into it to have to like not necessarily like agree to an extension, but like suddenly like to schedule their game because like I think they
Compromise.
both preferred Saturday. That's right. Suddenly it makes it
Yeah,
like
we both could have done Saturday or Sunday, but you guys couldn't. So then
we could do Saturday. We could do Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Essentially, what we were able to do.
yeah.
But it was one of those awkward things where like what's it called? Both your teams preferred Saturday at like 9. Aura couldn't do Wednesday. Sorry, couldn't do Sunday, but you guys could do Sunday, and then essentially we needed essentially all teams needed to have like an agreed grand finals time that could be done in order to get an extension to make it work properly. And while we could find a time with UIE in the extension time period, we couldn't find a time with Aura because Aura, what's it called? Couldn't do Tuesday or Wednesday at like any time essentially. Which made it kind of very difficult there. And then there was also some confusion at some point where like there was briefly a possibility of like a double header on Saturday, but then like there was some misunderstandings about like I think we got pulled in later when like a 10 p.m. AC had already been denied, but we were able to later check back and find out we could do it because I don't think we really asked if we could do it, at least us directly. But by that point in time, I think people had already called off work, so it was like too late to commit. To be fair, also, I don't think anybody really wants to. If you're like correct me if I'm wrong here, Cloud. I don't know if anyone from like Aura or UIE would have potential 12 maps back to back.
I'm down.
I mean, you're down. I think Aura told me no. I think Slang was like questioning. Well, I don't think I wanted it, but
We would have been down. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah,
Cloud would have made sure his team was down.
yeah, Wubbs had already called off Friday.
Right.
So-
It's just an unfortunate situation overall.
Yeah,
Not really what
yeah,
anyone wanted.
it sucks. It's like throughout playoffs, us having such a large roster and you know being able to field 5 people of not necessarily our starters, and then no either team can't agree, and then we're forced to be down, and the other team isn't because of that, and it happened multiple times, like at least 3 times.
This is like a double
And
situation.
it sucks. Yeah, it's happening again for losers finals.
Fuck.
So it's like, yeah, I know it freaking blows, but
You're
it's
there,
just
right?
how
Though,
it is.
Giga Chad, you're there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, you're good then. We're good then. I could still push my Cloud for playoff MVP propaganda then.
I know there has been some talk about a potential like later show match between UAE and Aura. I don't know if that will happen, but could happen and we might get it streamed. So it does put some potential question marks on this matchup. I mean, I think my default
That's fair.
prediction would still be UAE.
I'm just very confident. Like even when they're down, even when they were down somebody originally, it was very close, and now they have their tank, and I think that's the most important role for you to have around. I think it'll even if it's and they might end up dropping an extra map then because of them being down somebody, but I'm pretty confident that they can win either way. As long as Cloud's there, which listen, I just a tank laser at this point right now. I think, but if Cloud's there, I think they have a really good chance.
UAE is also a team that obviously they lost to Aura before, but they are a team that will go back, look at what went wrong, and come up with at least some kind of plan to make that
Exactly, 100%. Yeah, they definitely would have studied up and figured something out. So
Yeah,
I
don't know
agree.
I think it's getting streamed tomorrow. I'm not fully sure if it's been confirmed yet. I think they're looking
Okay,
into it.
that's fair. Miss, Nax,
Mhm.
Pickle, thoughts?
I think UAE just 3-1. I like a little
Okay.
Cinderella story, but I think all of it has to come to an end.
I think it was 3-2.
3-2 UAE.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything to jinx me, so
That's fair. I'm not gonna
That's
ask you.
weird.
You're fine.
Cloud
I
just-
think
I heard Cloud
both
say 3-0.
teams I think both teams don't show up, and Shoes is forced to play Fireside Fireflies in grand finals.
Wait, say that again.
Okay,
Both
shut
teams don't
the
show up?
fuck up.
I
Say it again,
don't know who
Pickle.
Fireside Fireflies is.
they're
They were like the worst team in CGL that only won 2 maps.
Was it
And funny
Diamond?
enough, one of them. This is Masters.
yeah, and
Funny
Masters.
enough, one of their map wins was against the #1 seed Azura at the time, and that was the funniest thing to me. I remember I asked their tank player MSR for like 2 days what the hell happened. He's like, I don't know, man. I just work.
Hey, Tool, nice haircut.
You guys cams died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's weird.
My phone was dying, so I had to just turn the camera off and turn my plug in the charger.
Okay, I'll put your thing back there then. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I guess with that unanimously being UIE, we could probably actually predict the grand finals at that point, because I'd like to. We could maybe keep the 2 fellas that will be in it at that point out of the conversation. If they want to briefly say something, they can.
Yeah, if we win losers finals, we're gonna have everyone for championship.
Yeah, I think all teams have everyone for grand finals, no matter what.
That's good. That's good to note. That my opinion will be based off that. Listen, I need you to win, Cloud. We need to keep the joke going that Headrammer can't win his own tournaments. We just got to keep it going for that alone. I'm going to go UIE in a 4-2 fashion. I believe in Cloud.
I need this.
I need it. I need you to keep losing. I'm sorry. I helped hand you the L in the Goats tournament to keep it going. Now Cloud needs to do his part here.
Dang.
I've been grinding. I'm grinding. I'm always grinding.
Now,
I know you are, Cloud.
I think Headrammer wins
Oh God.
I like this guy.
because he ain't gonna play like a bitch.
Because he's gonna head ram in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Cloud's gonna smack his bald head back though.
the
He's
shiny
gonna
nog
smack it
shove
back.
is gonna win, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my player cam and blind the enemy team.
Oh
The bald
Jesus
bandit.
Christ! It might
We're
be
playing
over.
Valorant? No.
Yeah, I'll just mount a thing right here that's just like redirects it, kind of like a little bit of a like a lighthouse camera.
You remember that old Modern Warfare 2 clip of that phased guy complaining about the
Ace
fucking...
Jeff?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know exactly
I know what you're
talking
talking about. I love that clip. God damn you, we're Grease!
Headrammer, aka Requise.
Oh my god, that
I
clip
think
is
that UIE will probably win unless there is an observer mistake that resets Numbani, and therefore I think Shoes will win it all.
We're picking
Quote unquote
Nambani, guys.
mistake.
It's
by the
over.
way. Quote unquote mistake.
was, yeah, there might be a glitch in the system that says otherwise, but UIE will win.
Either way, I
Mist?
think no matter who's in grand finals, I think it will be a good game.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I hope
I
so.
agree. It will
Mist,
be.
thoughts?
I only wish for a good game, but if I had to lean towards a side, the more I've known about Shoes, the more I like them a lot more. So I want to go with Shoes just because I like them more. No disrespect. I don't really know
Damn,
UIA
he
to be
don't fuck
honest.
with you, Cloud. He don't
I
fuck
fuck
with
with
you.
Cloud. No, I
Yeah,
fuck
he's
with
gone.
Cloud. I fuck with Cloud. I only know Cloud though.
No, you hate
And
Cloud.
I-
It's okay.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than mid-season championship will be.
Yeah,
I think
I hope
we were kind of just boom going into that game, to be honest. Just we were just so tired.
Yeah.
We were so tired.
yeah.
I mean, Cloud's the tank for non-political friendship enthusiasts. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, who also lost their internet connection again.
Again.
It's okay.
Uh,
Oh, look, he's back.
Alrighty, so I mean, I guess we all predicted there. I'm not gonna make Cloud or Headrammer predict because that's bad juju.
I mean, I
but
think
we
if
all
you
know
go into
that
any
they.
game predicting you're gonna lose, then like you don't
Yeah,
have
I
much
mean
fight.
that's fair. You're not wrong. But
Yeah.
we'll keep the bad juju away
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So now we could do the fun part that we tried to do for Diamond Tier, but now you guys should have players that you actually want to say, right?
I
Not just
do.
me, right?
I do.
Okay, you go first then, Mist. What's your
Oh
player?
God. All right. I have two, if that's okay.
Okay. Okay, you
So
have two.
starters, Pickle. I know he's in call. I didn't want him to be in call because now it's a little embarrassing, but probably the
For
only reason why I'm
Diamond
in
Tier?
Cosmic. For Masters tier, you dumb. Sorry.
I swear someone just said Diamond Tier.
No, we were just doing Diamond tier and Tool was the only person that said anything. I should have
Oh,
shouted out
okay.
Taco, actually. That's fake
Y-
of me. Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Oh, he just disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, he said he's gonna
Um,
leave for you, so you can
Oh,
give him gas.
I didn't hear that. I'm an idiot.
I'm starting to realize where the
only reason-
communication issues in game are coming from.
Me too. Me too.
Dude, I'm tone deaf.
It all makes sense.
Only reason why I'm on Cosmic, to be honest. For like 3 weeks straight after my week 2 game with Cosmic, where I almost reverse swept it along with my team, try to get me there. Even if I don't really get playtime, I was more okay with being the bench warmer, giving out the towels. What I have really bad confidence issues. I've had everyone under the sun try to help me out. All like Pickle to etc. But Pickle's done a really good job at trying to keep it up, even when like I wasn't doing too well. And he's just that guy, honestly. He's tried so hard not to tilt, especially at me, because, like I said, I tilt easily. Or not tilt easily, I lose my confidence easily, sorry. And then my girlfriend, who wants to stay anonymous, she's in playoffs. She was the reason, or she is the reason why I want to continue playing next season. I've been offered a few like roles and teams, like they're pretty decent ones, to be honest, but I just want to play with her and then like a few of my close friends.
Power of friendship is powerful.
What's your second
Absolutely.
one?
It is.
I just said my girlfriend.
I'm
didn't
sorry.
realize
I
you were
didn't
recording,
realize
okay.
that was like your second one. Okay.
I thought that was just like the standard girlfriend shout out for a second there.
Yeah, no, me too. That's what I thought as well too. I didn't realize that was his second shot. Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, she's
then.
in playoffs. That's why.
All right. Who wants to go? Any, mini, miny. I'm gonna pick Headrammer. You go next.
Oh, I have not put onto this yet. Give me one moment. I want to shout out Wubbs on UIE. That man makes miracles happen on that team sometimes. Like I was watching, like
Rise and
that.
grind, gamers.
I think it was the Orphery game, and Wubbs was just killing. There were certain points where Wubbs was just killing the entire other team on Hanzo.
Holy
And-
fuck yeah!
And I'm
definitely.
watching this, and like right now, the only reason this team is winning is because, like, don't get me wrong, the people in UAE are doing fine, but like they would be struggling in a fight, and Wubs would kill 3 or 4 people, and it'd be the only reason why these things would be turned around. And it was like, Jesus Christ, like, like if they lose this game, like this team should be like Wubs should just like destroy his entire setup. I would be so angry.
Yeah, for those that know, I have an occasion, I have a thing where I crash out about really good Hanzos because they make me lose my marbles when you lose the one hero. So yeah, Wubs would have me fucking absolutely going ballistic in VC to my team if we were losing to that. So he's a goat for that. I guarantee he makes people very upset. Dax, do you have a person you want to shout out?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Wow, you're
Who do you
lame.
hate the
Aura.
least?
You don't want to shout me
Who
out?
do I like the least?
No, he hate the least.
8.
Oh,
He hates
hate
me
the
the
least.
least. He hates me the
Oh,
least.
dude,
So you
if
can
it went
shout me out.
if it went the opposite way, it'd be so easy. But
I know you love Vert, and you want to shout out Vert.
bottom 5 Lucio in the tier. No. Um,
Who are the other bottoms?
Vert, and more Vert.
No. Honestly, Sewell.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
That's
Like,
a really good one.
like I don't know, man.
That's
Got
fair.
game.
I'll go ahead. Cloud, do you want to go?
Were you gonna say Headrammer?
No, I was
Oh,
not.
okay,
So if
okay.
you're gonna say Headrammer,
I
you can
was
say
gonna
Headrammer.
say Sewell, but since that's taken, I'll probably say Headrammer. I think one of the biggest things is his experience with Overwatch and the amount of time he's spent with Overwatch just has leveled up him and his team to the next level to where they are today, which I think surprised a lot of people, and I'm sure himself. But with it being the pacing, the initiation, he's just so big brained. I mean, you can tell it's taking up half the screen.
Oh, look, he's getting all red.
Yeah, I think obviously he has other great players, but it starts at the front. It starts with the tank sometimes, and you can see it just by how fun his gameplay looks, right?
Sometimes like, guys, I'm taking a lot of damage. Please help.
That's just tank
I mean,
for you,
Headrammer's
brother.
just a puppet that's held up by Bowsy and Hippie.
I mean, you're not wrong sometimes. I will admit that one. Like I said, Hippie started out as a main support going into this season. We just forced him on Kiri enough that he got really, really good at it. And now we're like, well, we can't swap you off the character. You're too good. That's why he's always joking in like the match thing, saying, "Please ban Kiri," so he gets to play other stuff.
But please don't
Hey,
let me.
that man has
get me
mastered
out of
the art
jail.
of throwing Susans across the map. I'll admit that one. Like sometimes,
Dude, I have never met a Malga who has lived after Cardiac until I met fucking Hippie, bro. Like, I single-handedly would go from about to kill Headrammer to, oh no, he's full HP again.
yeah, that characters can be interesting sometimes.
I-
Especially if you get like the healing you need to there. Like, let me tell you, Hippie hits more Susans on me across the map than he does at point blank range.
I was gonna say I can tell he loves a troll, but then when he locks in, he locks in. You can definitely see that too.
That's fair. I guess. I mean, I've been kind of glazing him a lot this podcast, but I feel like it's kind of earned, and I feel like I'm a person that loves to shit talk a lot of people. I've shit talked him a lot in the past. I'm always one to give people flowers when I feel like they've really earned them, and I've always owned up to that. I'm gonna give credit to Cloud. I think, and maybe he's always had it in his bag, but it just wasn't necessarily the best team play for him to play all the time. But I think the amount of playtime he's had and just like how much he's been like succeeding at that role and just being like, I'm gonna be in every map. I'm gonna play what I'm good at, and I'm also gonna play other things that I didn't know he was that good at, and he's gonna do well on them too at the same time. And I've been really impressed by it. I mean, like if I go back to just last season, like almost bring up bad juju with the reverse sweep, it was like it was like one of those moments where I was like, damn, we're gonna lose to them again. Fucking hell, I'm pissed. And then we reverse swept though, and that made me really happy. And then I was like, yeah, fuck Cloud. But then I was like, damn, he played really good those first 2 maps though, and like they definitely could have beat us. And like, so it was like I started to respect him more and actually like, just be more respecting of his gameplay and understand he's really not that bad. But yeah, Cloud honestly has done really great things. That team altogether is really good, but I'm a firm believer that if your tank's a chud, you're just not going to win series or maps. So you're
Yeah, the team as a whole
Yeah.
put in a lot of work, and it's really shown from what they started with what they are now. Even before the season started, they were screaming pretty early on stuff, and
yeah.
they've
Yeah.
come
Headrammer
quite a long way
coached
this year.
us.
I did a little bit in the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Slang and Headrammer were coaching us before. Yeah, he left us to go to SPC.
Wow,
But
loser.
you
yeah,
know,
How
yeah.
dare you.
yeah, I felt like I went from dominating the tier or every time I was playing, like each season, I mean, to like feeling like I wasn't shit after losing last season, and then it's just been kind of a redemption arc for me, at least in my
No, it's
mind,
fair.
of like working really hard at getting better as a player, because I didn't feel confident to be able to that I would succeed in this tier, and I think hard work really shows that you need to put in the work in order to get there, and that's just really it.
As a person who has seen really really good tank players and really really bad tank players and just like watches the game from a different lens, I've seen that improvement. Like, and I've even DM'd you about it, but like I've seen it, Cloud, and I want to give you. That's why I wanted to shout you out because I think you've really earned it. So,
Appreciate it.
of course.
For $10 a session, go to www.toolvods.com to schedule your one-on-one today.
DM me if you want a $10 one-on-one session. I do give $10 one-on-one sessions for an hour. My VODs are good. I have people in this VC that can confirm that I do give
Can
good
confirm.
one-on-ones.
I was a shitter before I met Tool.
I'll
Thank
VOD you for free, and you won't improve, but it'll be really funny for 20 minutes.
I'm so
Tool
down.
voted
In my
me,
mind.
and
Honestly,
then I proceeded to lose those next 2 games.
listen, we already covered that, though. That wasn't your fault. We covered that. Your team doesn't listen. We already found the issue. But yeah, I mean,
It's so much funnier.
Did you
with
have that
the
prep?
camera.
Yeah.
he definitely did. He just knew that I was gonna crash out again. He just knows. You
Dude, I
can
just
tell
saw the
Headrammer
fucking
watches the
loading
podcast a
circle and I
lot.
was just losing it.
You could tell Headrammer watches the podcast. He just knew. Alrighty, well, that I think that's it for tonight. Kind of a longer podcast, but we also had a lot to catch up on. Thank you, everybody. A part of the podcast is really fun. Yeah, everybody have a good night. Good luck in the rest of the season.
Yeah, it
Take
was
care,
so fun.
everyone.
Good
When are we
night.
meeting next podcast? Are we getting one after the season?
Probably.
Definitely.
We'll see. That's future talks.
Mhm.
Future
We'll do
talks?
Guess Your SR next podcast episode.
Depends if you win or not.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. Hard to get to know me, but better than the lies. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there